Seneca Nation. Let's ride.
All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Frost Cow Stadium, the site of tonight's SBC River rivalry matchup between the Tiffin Calvert Senecas and the Lakota Raiders. Nate Mullins on the call with Tommy Hall. We've got the Wizard, Greg Kinn, on the ones and twos, keeping us live. We have Austin Rodriguez down on the sidelines with the action cam today, and Eric Hall joining her down there on the sidelines as our sideline reporter. And today, Zach Blythe filling in on the camera. He is running our overhead cam. I want to thank all of our sponsors here before we get to the action. Once again, today's broadcast presented by the following presenting sponsors. We want to thank Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, our post-game show sponsor, Buckeye IT, our halftime show sponsor, and Xcaret Mexican Restaurant. You're tuned into the pregame show brought to you by Xcaret Mexican Restaurant. We also want to thank Hope and Fostoria, First National Bank of Sycamore, UIS Insurance and Investments, Steinmetz Signs and Graphic Inc., Lee's Floor Covering, Little Hugo's, 5-Star Maintenance, DAH Wraps, Klaus Electric, Carmi's Barbecue and Grill, Fiesel's Frame and Collision, Circle H Tire, and Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery. And guys, we are ready to go. The team has run onto the field, and here we are, set to go. Tommy, another exciting SBC River rivalry matchup, and these two, they're very familiar with each other.
Oh, absolutely. As Lakota Raiders and Coach Mike Lento coming in tonight with revenge, and this matchup in particular circled on their calendar as the Raiders 1 year ago. On the other side, Greg, if we could pull that up real quick, the meeting last time between these two squads, the Raiders on the hands of a drubbing against Calvert, 55-14, 1 year ago. As you see right there, Coach Mike Lento, Lento, in his 7th season with the Lakota Raiders. You know, again, 30-34 over his tenure there with the Raiders, and then 2021 Division V Coach of the Year, taking his team to the playoffs. But last year, those dreams were quelched thanks to these Senecas when they were able to dispatch the Lakota Raiders 1 year ago, 55-14. So again, these Raiders, kind of a rebuilding year last year, 2-8 overall, come into tonight very strong at 2-1, looking for a little bit of revenge on their mind, as this team only suffered a loss to Monroeville, who took the Senecas into overtime, as you can remember in that crazy week 2 that we covered there on the X Stream. But we're back right here on the X Stream for kickoff. Nate Mullins, Tommy Hall on the call.
Riding from the back seat of our car here. We are here live at Frost Cow Stadium, and we're ready to kick off. The 3-0 Tiffin Calvert Senecas kick off to the 2-1 Lakota Raiders. It's fielded at the 23-yard line, and the Raiders bring it back to the 29-yard line, and that's where Lakota will start out with their first possession. Chase Dussel on the return for the Raiders. And here we are, just about ready to get set for the first opening possession of the game for either team, as the Raiders come out and they are ready to go. Got our producer taking care of things here.
What a week the Senecas are coming off of against a huge win against Norwalk St. Paul. As the Senecas able to force Norwalk St. Paul in the opening drive last week into a 3-and-out situation. Looking to do much the same here, starting off on defense to open this one from Frost Cow now.
And we got a false start here. And that'll back up the Raiders 5 yards. They'll start out at the 24 on a 1st and 15 here. Jalen Wagner, the quarterback in the shotgun, takes the snap, handoff, little jet sweep motion. They're going to look to throw, but the defense is right there to make the stop in the backfield.
Smothering that 5-man front, knowing exactly what Coach Lento was going to come out of the box with.
Take a look at that one again on the Carmi's Barbecue and Grill instant replay.
Look, that's a fitting presentation by Carmi's because he just got smoked there.
Ball at the 19-yard line, 2nd down and 20. Wagner in the shotgun takes the snap, rolls to his left, sets his feet, slings it over the middle, and he was looking for Dussel, but it's incomplete.
How did that one end up underthrown?
I don't know. I think it kind of slipped out of his hand there, Tommy.
Because he stepped into the throw, forced it. Looked like to be a really nice throw. Led the receiver, just kind of fell short just a few yards there. Brings up a 3rd and 20 situation, Nate.
3rd and long for the Raiders here. Lakota with a big-time win last week as it was a tightly contested matchup with Northwood. Came down to a safety to decide the game. And now Wagner in the shotgun takes the snap, handoff to the running back. And a little bit of running room, but not a whole lot. Maybe a yard or two for Cody Biddle on the carry. And Biddle picks up about 1. They get it up to the 20-yard line. 4th and 19 coming up here for the Raiders. They're going to have to punt the ball away. Jamison Godfrey back deep to return for Tiffin Calvert. Seneca's defense putting the clamps down there on that drive, Tommy.
And that's what you want to see out of this defense to start things out, because we've talked about how explosive this offense has been for the Senecas. You know, again, you got just a tremendous balanced attack that you'll see on display, but at the same time, you're still kind of waiting for this defense to show up and show its identity.
And that one takes a Calvert bounce as it goes inside Raider territory.
A nice 3-and-out start, putting your opponent in its own territory with loss of yardage situation. Nice way to identify your defense coming out.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and there were some questions, through the first few weeks of, was this Calvert defense up to the task? Can they come out and shut down their opponent? And last week, they might not have shut down St. Paul, but they came up with the big stops that they needed when they needed. That Monroeville game, the Eagles put up quite a bit of points, 34 points on this Calvert defense, but they came out last week and limited that St. Paul offense and then came up with a big stop when it mattered. Warnerman on the handoff, following his blockers. He's got it up near the 1st down marker. They'll mark it at the 36, and that should be, it is good enough to move the chains.
Show you about this explosive offense, Greg, coming into tonight with this Calvert offense. Again, you have that balanced attack with that dynamic duo in the back of Cal Warnerman and Rombach. You expect another heavy dose of that here on 1st and 10.
3 receivers on the left side. Schultz loads it up, going downfield for Schumacher. And he caught it. What a catch by John Schumacher. Chase Dussel there on the coverage. Dussel has him by a few inches, but, man, Schumacher went up and high-pointed that one.
And
not sure if we caught all that one there on the end of the camera, but oh, my goodness. Either way, amazing catch right there to keep the feet in bounds.
And Harrison Schultz continues to add on after a tremendous outing last week. 14 of 17 passing for 230 yards and a pair of tutties. Now the Senecas in the red zone.
Inside the 10 or at the 8-yard line. Schultz in the shotgun. Handoff to Warnerman. He's met as soon as he takes the ball and dropped for a loss. Guess who? Gabe Garlick. That kid is a monster. He is a wrecking crew, always in the backfield. Makes a name for himself back there.
Tommy talked about a pair of tutties last week, and then you talked about the dynamic duo. Here you go, Tommy.
There you see the numbers don't lie there. Young Rombach and Warnerman. Dynamic duo in the backfield. McGarlick proven to be the joker to that dynamic duo on that last play.
Handoff. Might have got it back to the original line of scrimmage, but still going to be about 9 yards short of the end zone. So 3rd and goal from the 9 coming up for the Senecas. Boy, we're going to have a unique perspective for our highlight video after this one because, yeah. It's like.
People like surprises,
Yeah. Really excited about that.
Very quietly, Lakota has forced Calvert in a 3rd and 9 situation, loading up the box here.
Schultz fakes the handoff, slings it into the end zone. Carter Wolf comes down with the touchdown.
And the Wolf of Madison Street comes up big with a touchdown.
Oh, hang on. Hang on.
Some laundry on the field, though, Greg. Hold on a second.
See
here,
what the call
Greggy.
is.
Oh, let's not get ahead of ourselves here, Greggy. Let's look on the replay here.
What exactly happened here?
Well, here you see
Holding on the defense.
Lakota
He'll
go
wipe
ahead
that.
and brings the house here. They gamble on it, and it leaves that zone undefended. And on an island.
Quick start for this Calvert offense as they go right down the field, punch it in. On a 3rd and goal from the 9, Harrison Schultz hooks up with Carter Wolf. Puts the Senecas on the board 6-0. 8:34 left here in the first quarter. Cam Lucius on to attempt the extra point.
So that 10-yard penalty is going to be assessed on the kickoff?
Yes. And the extra point attempt is up. It is good, and it is 7-0 Tiffin Calvert with 8:34 left here in the first quarter.
The sideline one.
Oh, yeah.
And after a first 4 minutes of action in the opening stanza here from Frost County Stadium, Calvert has found themselves in the lead, 7-0 here on the Extreme. As folks, once again, I'm Tommy Hall on the call with Nate Mullins, Greg Kinn, the Wizard.
If I can,
the action on the Extreme.
We'll check in with our sideline reporter, Eric Hall, here in just a minute, but we got to get them inside the 30s because that camera is just not coming in very well right now.
10-yard line.
A little too far out of range there.
Mr. Hammer, you quit talking to Austin.
Distracting our help here, Hammer.
She's working right now.
Hammer Cam. Much better, much better. There we go. That's a much better camera signal there. All right, we'll check in with Eric Hall after this kickoff. But a big start for Tiffin Calvert as they come up with a stop on defense, 3 and out. And now they punch it in for 7 points. Not even 4 minutes into the game, Tommy.
If you want to see these lunkheads at work, don't forget to tune into the Extreme. Go ahead and search Heart of Ohio Sports Extreme on YouTube search bar, and our game will show up. Actually, you just pretty much search Heart of Ohio Sports.
Well, if they're watching this, then I don't think they have to search for it. So,
well, tell your friends how to find it.
I wish the sideline camera had been on right then. I could see it looked like Eric was going to walk on the field with the players.
Eric, did they call you in for a sub there? Is that what was going on?
I was about to get run over.
All right, we'll check in with you after this play, Eric, because I don't want to miss anything here.
Well, after giving up a touchdown to Calvert on their opening drive, Lakota looks to set up shop again at the 20.
Jalen Wagner slings it. Right side, completes it. Avery Schilling on the reception. Good for a couple yards, up to about the 22, maybe the 23-yard line.
Schumacher comes in on the stop, but
we'll check in with Eric on the sideline. Eric, let's check in with you for this weather report brought to you by Steinmetz Signs and Graphic Inc. How's it going, Eric?
How's it going, guys? You're going to have to watch for me so I don't get pummeled by players here. But
you better watch out for the ref there.
Yeah, we got 65 degrees. We got clouds all day, but there's no rain for tonight. And
pick six. We got a pick six. That's what we got, Eric.
Well, Eric was trying to give us a weather report.
Hey.
I was just about to say Wagner on his last pass attempt, looking directly where he's throwing at, was a little bit too slow to the call there, and it cost him there, which I was going to try to.
That's a dynamite replay there, Greggy.
Hey, I knew what was happening in the other camera. I had to get back.
That's so good.
Yeah, you didn't have to be Nostradamus to see what was going to happen there as Wagner just
And that one no good. Off to the right as Lucius pushed it, trying to get it around the approaching defender there, but 13-0 Tiffin Calvert 7:55 left here in the first quarter.
What are you trying to say, Tommy? That even though Eric was facing us and had his back to that play, he still should have saw that one coming?
Yeah. Well, like we talked about, the quick pitter-patter, let's get at her by the Lakota Raiders. That's what they have to do. Wagner spent too much time in the pocket. He was just kind of going through the motions there, seemingly. And on that previous play, again, I was just about to say before we cut to Eric that, getting the ball out that slow or not making those decisions quick enough will cost the young quarterback down the line. And then the next play, huge, pick six, puts the Senecas ahead even further, 13-0 after the missed PAT. As trying to get it together here now. Just a whole bunch of action going on.
Okay. Ooh, look at that bounce. Look at
That one's
that
going to go
bounce.
all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Nice kick there.
I tell you what, guys, we talked about it. Calvert's off to a quick start here, 13 points already in this one. And let's take a look at their last meeting. What happened there?
Well, we got to go way back. You dusted off the reel-to-reel for this one. I didn't know we had black and white footage last year, man. We really stepped up our game this year, didn't we?
We have definitely upgraded our cameras since October 21st of 2022, the last meeting between these two
As
teams.
you see the history of football there, presented by Heart of Ohio Sports. Calvert drubbing of Lakota, 55-14. And trust me, those underclassmen last year didn't forget about that. As they're trying to dig themselves out of a hole now, down 13-0 as a quick handoff to number 13, Cody Biddle.
I tell you what, so
Does
far,
not find the edge.
I was going to say, so far, this Calvert defense has just been there, man.
Well, they're winning in the trenches right now.
And everywhere they try to go on the outside, they've just snuffed it right out. They've been very quick to the ball.
This team, they've pretty much made their hallmark with their defense this year. This has been one of the, with their offense this year. And their defense has had to find ways to make plays.
They said, hey, we want to get in on this winning.
Exactly.
Oh, nice little toss there. That's going to
Chase
be close.
Dussel on the reception. I think that'll be pretty close to a first down. They'll mark him out just shy, so it'll be a 3rd and 2.
Like I said, those quick
Sudden.
outs. That's what you got to do if you're Lakota. These secondary of Calvert, very quick to read their keys. Got tremendous athletic secondary, as was indicative with the pick six last week by Billy Klaus, who was our little Hugo's player of the game. As Calvert.
He might have got it on the second effort there. Yeah, they do.
Oh,
they give
my
it to him. They're going to
goodness.
move the chains.
I thought Calvert got to him there. But like you said, you got to keep them wheels a-moving, pal.
For sure.
Right here. This is why they drive the importance when you're pushing that sled in the summer, kids. Keep those legs turning because those are the pivotal moments that you need.
Yeah, look at that second effort right there at the end.
Yep.
Just that last second lunge.
That second effort also gives them a fresh set of downs. Had it right back. Carter Wolf able to disrupt that one as just
It's one of those edge rushers that's coming off the edge. They're playing that 5-man front, 5-2-4 if you want to call it that. But, man, it just creates a lot of havoc in the trenches for teams. And when you got big guys like Carter Wolf and then Cal Warnament coming off the edge, it just makes it that much harder. Look at Warnament set the edge there. Big-time play. And Xavier Kimmett comes up to clean it up there at the end. It'll be 3rd and long coming up here for Lakota. 6:15 left in the first quarter. 13-0 Tiffin Calvert here at Frost County Stadium. Of course, for those of you trying to find the Tiffin Columbian game, that's on our main channel. You can find that over on our Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. Throws it deep for Dussel, but overthrows his intended receiver. as Dussel actually had some separation there between him and the defender, but Wagner just sailed that one.
Well, here's the thing, too. I mean, Wagner in his sophomore campaign, the best thing about playing a sophomore is they become juniors. And the way that this quarterback's already in his maturation process, being given the keys, especially as a sophomore and coming into tonight 2-1. I mean, these are the big stage, the big lights that you have to go out and perform on and get better as a player. And Wagner just had a little bit of time getting his feet set in this one.
Actually, he's going to return this one.
Speaking of getting their feet set.
Godfrey on the return brings it back to the 35 and out of bounds right around the 32-yard line. Jamison Godfrey.
That's a nice return.
He took a little hit at the end, but, man, he popped right back up.
It's a nice boot and a nice return to follow it. Look at that. Just hitting the jets, taking off there, making up almost 10 yards again before he ran into some more guys.
And Calvert going to have some nice real estate to work with.
Harrison Schultz in the pistol formation. 2 backs in the backfield, 2 receivers set. Schultz takes the snap, handoff to Warnament, left side. Got some nice blocks out in front as he carries it forward and out of bounds. Where are they going to mark him out? Right about the 32, so must have stepped out before he made the cut, or when he was making that cut. That's probably when he stepped out.
I hate it because my line of sight's cut off right there at the sideline. I was like, there's no way he's out.
After this play, we'll take a look around the area at the First National Bank of Sycamore scoreboard. Schultz fakes the handoff, slings it left side for Klaus. And the defense sniffed that one out real quick as Gabe Garlick there to make the stop once again for the Raiders.
And that's a tremendous read by Garlick as, you know, again, Magic Man kind of doing a little bit of that shimmy shake motion, that Patrick Mayholm-esque little twist, flick of the wrist there. Doesn't go for more, though. At least that's what it looked like to me from up here, Greg. What do you think?
A little flick of the wrist.
A little flick of the wrist.
What is that, rap?
Oh, yeah.
Flick of the wrist.
What is that, rap?
Warnament on the handoff, breaks a tackle, 10-5, touchdown, Tiffin Calvert. Cal Warnament from 27 yards out, punches it in for the Tiffin Calvert Senecas as they now lead 19-0, 4:58 left here in the first quarter. Look at this, just bruising run.
Lineman just giving them all the space in the world. Just get on through there.
I mean, if Greg King gives you a moniker, the Big Blue Wrecking Crew, there's going to be a reason behind it as the lineman, as the offensive line for Calvert. Hat on a hat, doing its job. Putting those blue-collar points on the board.
Schultz in the pistol. They're going to go for 2 here. Fakes the handoff, keeps it. Trying to find some running room right side, but Garlick was there to wrap him up.
Yeah, we're not fooled on that one.
And drops him. So they keep it a 19-point ball game. But the Raiders have got to come up with some points here on offense. What they really need is just to kind of settle down and maybe just try to get a couple plays here that pick up some positive yards, you know? Settle into their offense as opposed to trying to get these big chunk plays, some of these big trick plays maybe. Try to set those up a little bit better with some short yardage plays to get the defense a little bit more into the backfield.
Well, we're just under 5 minutes here in the first quarter of action. And the one thing that dawns on me if you're the Lakota Raiders is, you're right, Nate, get a drive going. Just get a drive going.
Yeah.
You have, at this point, though, you need to cap off that drive with a score. But if you're able to get your offense rolling, be able to get into situations where you can flip the field against a very high, potent offense like Tiffin Calvert, that's what's already gotten the Raiders behind the 8 ball. You talk about that punt situation that had the Calvert offense taking over right around the – where'd they start that drive at? Around the 35? To where, again, they were just easy points to be had as they –
Onside kick attempt here, and Lakota's just going to come up and cover that one at the 50. So Raiders are going to get good field position out of that.
Well, Reeser and the Calvert Senecas want to do an early burial here.
Drew Matz on the recovery there.
You got to believe if they would have got that recovery, momentum definitely would have continued to sway its way towards the Seneca sideline.
Somebody's watching too many Detroit Lions games last night. Trying to pull out all the trickery-ness here.
Seems like a Tom Grind call if I've ever seen one.
Ooh.
Actually, I think you're sitting next to a Tom Grind call.
Ball at the 42-yard line. 1st and 10 Raiders. Bad snap. And Biddle's going to pick it up. Tried to make something happen, but not a whole lot of running room there as the defense was right there.
Well, we knew that this matchup was going to have all the fixings. We had it marked in our calendar. That's why all the stars are out here tonight. You see on this replay there, a bad snap. Biddle tries to make something doing out of nothing. But like I said, all the stars are out here tonight. Coach Tom Grind, Fostoria legendary coach, myself up here. I mean, we picked this one. Calvert,
Wagner back to pass. Steps up, delivers it down the field, and Dussel went for it. But it should be. He had a little bit of face guarding going on there as Xavier Terry was there on coverage, or Xavier Kimmett was there on coverage, but just didn't turn around for the ball there. So
I like the guts by Wagner. Again, sophomore, taking his team out there, throws that one down, heaves that one downfield, had a lead on the receiver, just not able to, again, you see right there, he had a chance at it.
So they get some of the penalty or some of the yardage they lost back on the bad snap. Quick pitch out to the left as Biddle on the carry. Not a whole lot of running room there. Cody Biddle, the senior, they list him as the athlete.
There seemed to be like some urgency with that pitch. Like, here, you take it, go.
Well, they're just trying to catch Calvert sleeping in some respects, Greg. You just want to get a quick little spark to this offense. Get yourselves on the board, and then again, then you can start going back to work.
Like I just snuck a quick little bite of that Maryland cookie.
Putting in work.
Wagner.
Over the middle, tipped, intercepted.
wow.
Billy Klaus with the pick, and he's going to bring it back to the 40, the 35, the 30, 20,
Yeah, that's a foot race.
15,
You're not
10,
gonna win.
5, touchdown. Tiffin Calvert, their second pick six of the first half.
Wow.
And in some respects, again, those pick six, those interceptions, you know, those are always attributed to bad throws. But, I mean, you got a quarterback back there at 5'5" against a big defensive front, against a huge secondary. So when Calvert's showing blitz, they get them paws up. You're getting batted balls at the line, tipped balls, and Billy Klaus just implementing the tip drill. Headed up.
How far was that return there, guys? I don't even know if I caught all that on the replay because of how long it took him from the time that he intercepted it to I mean, that was a long. Let's see what we got on the replay, Cam.
I think it was at least 50. I think he caught it.
Oh, yeah, I think I did get it on. Look at this.
Yeah, it's about a 67-yard interception return for a touchdown
Look
there.
at that. Look at that. I was going to say I tried to stop it right before we got in it. Just so we catch all of it.
So proud
There
of
we go.
yourself.
I wanted all that one. Phew.
What a return there by Billy Klaus. Tiffin Calvert now up 26-0. That's from the siren thing they got going on outside. When it gets to the end, they just let it roll.
I forgot about that.
Uh-oh. Bishop Watterson 14, Tiffin Columbia nothing in the first half. Of course, you can find that over on the main channel.
Tiffin Columbia, and that's one thing we've been waiting to see is if this defense has itself an identity. We know how potent that offense can be. I don't know why he's potent twice tonight, but both these offensive have potent offenses. They're just so sudden. They're so quick to put points up. But, yeah, definitely a surprising outcome thus far there at Bishop Ohio Dominican Stadium.
Dussel trying to bring that one back to the 45 and up to about the 47-yard line.
On the adrenaline stream there with Dom Helmsetter and Zach Dillon. Chilling with Zach Dillon.
He loves it when you say that. I learned last night he's not a biggest fan of that saying, so we just kind of, I think we're just going to keep doing it.
Let's just hope Ralph doesn't wreck the internet while he's down there.
Pistol formation, handoff. Biddle swallowed up on the left side. Carter Wolf. Swallowed him up about like he swallowed up that little Hugo's MVP award back in week 1.
Thought he had something for a second, and then he just came out of nowhere. Wolfed him right up.
Yeah. Carter Wolf's having himself a game.
Yeah, for sure. 5-man front once again from the Senecas. 4 receivers set for the Raiders. Play adjustment here. Wagner slings it left side, and it's tipped and incomplete.
I thought that was another pick.
They were going for Chase Dussel on the left side, but Wagner's having a hard time getting the ball over the defenders right now.
Again, just in a sophomore campaign, a lot of time, a lot of room to grow, both physically and as a quarterback. This Wagner, again, you're behind the 8 ball against a very stout and sizable defensive front of Calvert.
Wagner back to pass. Pressure. Hit as he throws. Ball comes out. Ball on the ground. Carter Wolf once again just applying the pressure from the backside.
Yeah, he came around the backside and just smacked the arm there and stripped the ball.
I think that should be called incomplete, but the horse collar tackle is going to be the bigger situation here. As you see, Carter Wolf just
comes right
around the outside.
Swag.
And that was a big-time play by Wolf because he knew he had a chance to knock the ball out. So rather than going for the big hit and loading up from behind, he came up from behind and ripped his arm down across the quarterback's arm.
They pick up that flag?
That was a turnover.
Yeah.
There's a turnover, the orange one. Biddle ends up getting the punt away. Nice punt back to the 30-yard line. Godfrey on the return. To the 40, to the 45, to the 50, and a flag flies in on the coverage here, as I think they're going to get Warnament on a hold on the outside here.
You knew that Godfrey meant business when you seen him do the old switch to the arm. He had the ball carry. He just put it in the outside arm, and he said, all right, let's hit the Jets and go.
Mm-hmm.
It's a quick feet there, Godfrey.
We'll see what the call is here. Holding on Tiffin Calvert. Right at the 45-yard line, so they'll mark it at the opposite 45, so it'll put them in their own territory. Ooh, just heard that one. That's not what you want to hear if you're a Columbian fan there. Ouch. And once again, we talked about that defense for Tiffin Columbia and having a lot of issues these last few weeks. Rearing its ugly head here in Columbus. Let's see if the offense can catch up for him. Schultz fakes the handoff. Now he's going to keep it off the left side, and he's going to run it out of bounds and lowers the shoulder as he heads out of bounds. They're going to mark him out at the 48 inside Raider territory. So a second down and about 3 coming up.
And the third.
1:25 left here in the first quarters. 26-0 Tiffin Calvert. Two receivers set. Schultz in the pistol. Handoff. Run back. Weaves his way through the line. Buries his head forward. Picks up about 5 yards. That's about what he's averaging on the season, Tommy. Every time you hand him the ball, he's picking up about 5 yards a carry. So that's production. And once again, we'll take a look at that scoreboard. The First National Bank of Sycamore scoreboard. Bellevue leading Norwalk 8-0 in the second quarter. Cary on top of Winford 7-0 in the first quarter. Upper Sandusky leading Seneca East 8-7 in the first quarter. Schultz slings it left side, completes it to run back. And he's got it up to about the 31-yard line. That's going to be a nice little replay there. I mean, like, for the highlight video. I just seen where Denny was. I mean, darn it. I don't want to give it away.
Denny's.
Yes, Denny's. It moons over my hammy. Hopewell Loudon leading Gibsonburg 12-0 in the second quarter. And Bishop Watterson on top of Columbian 21-0. Schultz fakes the handoff. Got a flag. Most likely a procedural penalty here. Warnament breaks the tackle.
Look at him.
Oh, look at the little pitch to Klaus.
Hold on a minute.
Oh!
Was that backwards or was that
Oh, it was
forward?
backwards for sure. That's if the flag is against Lakota, that's going to count, but I don't think it is. I think it's an illegal shift on Tiffin Calvert. Yep, illegal shift.
Oh, my goodness.
Procedural penalty before the snap. We'll bring that one back.
I only
But
asked because from this angle it looked real close.
Let's
when he
look at it
tossed
again.
over when he tossed it over
Yeah,
to him, I
this
was
is
like, whoa,
ugly as
man,
a mud
doing that?
fence.
see the receiver backed up and never was set long
He put
enough.
his foot down, yep.
Look at that.
He's got to get set for a second before the play can start. But watch this little flip by Warnament here. He said, here, you take the touchdown.
He was just barely behind him there. Nice job. Yeah, if that one would have counted, that would have been a nice little highlight reel there.
Oh, for sure.
Oh. Columbian just converted I think it was a 4th and 3. The first down.
Oof.
So I think
Struggling.
they're inside the 10 now. I'll try to.
Four receiver set here. Schultz slings it over the middle. It's broken up, incomplete. Nice play there.
Dangerous throw by Schultz, though.
That one should be a good one as well. Zane Fry Quick on the coverage there.
Huh? You doing you cleaning it up?
Hmm?
Oh, that's his name?
Yeah. All right, Senecas break the huddle. Three receivers set here. One tight end on the near side of the formation, one back in the backfield. They motion Klaus. They hand it to him. He's going to throw it. He slings it down the field. And Cal Ward, no, that's Schumacher, comes up with the catch down at the 7-yard line.
Oh, my gosh, he came up with that.
How did he get rid of the ball?
Oh, my gosh.
Goodness.
A dangerous.
Razzle dazzle.
No.
Watch out.
No.
He has the defender right on him. Right on him.
No.
Look at this.
Look at the razzle dazzle.
No.
How did he do it?
No. That's
Unreal. And then they come up with the catch, too.
That's a.
No.
That's
Tommy.
That's just him being an athlete.
Oh, my goodness.
There's no reason why that play should
Hey,
have
he
worked.
made the first down, too.
And you're just kicking yourself if you're the Raiders right now. Because I am up here watching this.
Pitch out to the left side. Run back on the carry. And the Raiders come up with the stop at the 5.
Nice job by Dussel to get low.
Of course, Chase Dussel, the all-SBC pitcher. He's a heck of a pitcher. He's got a heck of an arm.
There's 2 seconds left here. In the
Two
first
receiver
quarter.
set. Pistol formation.
Oh, my goodness.
Ornament and run back in the backfield. Hand off to run back.
Nice job by the Raiders.
Bottled up and brought down in the backfield. as the flag comes flying in. I'm not sure what the flag's going to be there, but that's the end of the first quarter. We'll see how this one settles out here before we take it to break. Let's see what the call is. All right, that's the end of the first quarter. We're going to go ahead and step aside, take a quick timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports. Why go to Lee's Floor Covering in Tiffin? Because at Lee's Floor Covering, they know that selecting the right flooring for your home can be overwhelming. They make choosing the right items for your home simple. At Lee's Floor Covering, they have one of the largest selections of floor covering in Northwest Ohio, including Abbey Carpet and Floor. Stop in and see for yourself what everyone raves about at Lee's Floor Covering in Tiffin.
Small business owners need somebody that can open the door to financing. And at First National Bank of Sycamore, we love opening the door for financing opportunities.
You're locked into the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. Heart of Ohio Sports. And we're back here at Frost County Stadium. Nate Mullins and Tommy Hall on the call with you. Greg, the Wizard Kin on the ones and twos. We got Zach Blythe on the overhead cam. Austin Rodriguez on the action cam on the sideline. And we'll check in with our sideline reporter, Eric Hall, here in just a minute. But before we do that, I want to give a shout out and a thank you to all of our sponsors here on Heart of Ohio Sports for allowing us to be here today. Thank you to your Legacy Federal Credit Union, Buckeye IT Services, Xcaret Mexican Restaurant, Hope in Fostoria, First National Bank of Sycamore, UIS Insurance and Investments, Steinmetz Signs and Graphic Inc., Lee's Floor Covering, Little Hugo's, 5 Star Maintenance, DAH Wraps, Klaus Electric, Carmi's Barbecue and Grill, Fiesel's Frame and Collision, Circle H Tire, and Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery. All proud sponsors with us here on Heart of Ohio Sports.
Award winner Charles W. Ardner.
I know some of those businesses, they actually show the games if you go and frequent their restaurants.
That's right.
And businesses. So, again, don't think you're going to miss the game at home or have to watch it on your phone while you're in the car or something like that. Go to one of these local establishments, catch the game.
That's old school right there. Go to a bar, watch the game. Schultz in the shotgun. Slings it into the end zone. Klaus with the reception and a touchdown for Tiffin Calvert. Billy Klaus from 16 yards out. And the Senecas take a 32-0 lead with 11:57 left here in the second quarter.
Not the way you want to start the second quarter as we get ready. The Calvert Senecas here. Just quick pitch out, 16 yards out. Billy Klaus just right over the coverage. Uncontested, undetained.
And Lucius unable to convert on the extra point, so it stays a 32-point ball game. But yeah, you're right. This this Calvert offense, boy, they are firing on all cylinders here tonight. And this Raiders defense, it's gut check time here, Tommy. I mean, you don't want to let this get too much farther out of hand, just from respectability standpoint, you know? I mean, regardless of how you feel of whether they can come back and win this, you still don't want this to get much further out of hand. You really want to put some points on the board, start putting your stamp on this game, because this hasn't been what we are used to seeing with Raider football. So
yeah, had another 12 minutes gone by, this clock wouldn't be stopping.
yeah,
This is one of those situations where, again, you got to get out ahead of it if you're the Lakota Raiders. Now your goal here before you go into the half is cut away at this deficit. Get it to where it's a manageable deficit. That way when you come out from the half, you're only facing one opponent and not two in that running clock. Always a lot easier said than done. But.
yeah, especially when you're facing a team like this that is just a buzzsaw. A run back on to kick it off for Tiffin Calvert. This one's another squib kick.
Look at that bounce.
Kept bouncing all over the place as Biddle picks it up at the 17-yard line, backtracks to the 15, and he's going to be cut down there at the 15-yard line. Cody Biddle on the return.
I mean, how many possessions by the Raiders have started out past that 20.
Yeah.
I mean, that's been one of the biggest differences here tonight is, points off turnovers in general. The
Field position battle for
field
sure.
position has definitely been the Seneca's strong suit here tonight, and putting points on the board. That's usually the top of the list. But
Wagner slings it right side, completes it. That's Biddle on the reception. He's got it up
I
out of bounds
that.
at the 20-yard line. That's good for about 5 yards.
Try to throw off the defense a little bit, little RPO, little quick screen action. I mean, there's a lot you can do with a guy his size.
For sure.
He's an athlete. Just let him be an athlete. I mean, you try to, some coaches tailor quarterbacks to their schemes, and other people tailor their systems around the quarterback. And in this situation, again, young Wagner learning the ropes, learning the system that Coach Lento has had in place in the last 7 seasons, as that one's going to be stopped right at the line.
Sea of blue. I mean, all seas of blue, but so many blue jerseys there.
The blue wave.
This defense is just on point tonight.
They're just winning the battle in the trenches, man. I had a conversation with Coach Lento after the coach's corner this past Tuesday. Him and I were talking a little bit off camera, and I said, man, you really got to – this team is so stout up front. That's where you're going to win this game if you're going to win it. You're going to have to control the trenches, and there's not many teams that have been able to against this Calvert front. Whether it's defensively or offensively, they just bring it. Wagner pump fakes, loads it down the right side of the field, and it's overthrown.
How is that one overthrown?
Avery Schilling, the intended receiver.
I tell you what, I mean, again, I like these Lakota Raiders. They're 2-1 coming into tonight. You're starting to form that chemistry with a lot of your receivers. I tell you what, when once that chemistry or once that commonality gets established between these receivers and quarterback, I mean, this team could be something to reckon with.
Yeah, absolutely. Biddle gets the punt away.
Nice.
Godfrey backtracks to the 39. That's where he receives it. And he'll be brought down right around the 48-yard line. That's where Tiffin Calvert will take over. And they lead 32-0 here with 10:42 left in the first half. Let's take a look at the First National Bank of Sycamore scoreboard. And then we'll check in with Eric Hall down on the sideline. As we'll get you updated on the Columbia and Bishop Watterson game. It is still 21-0 Bishop Watterson in the second quarter. Of course, you can find that once again over on the Adrenaline stream. That's our main channel here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Bellevue leading Norwalk 20-0 in the second quarter. Schultz in the shotgun here. 4 receivers set. They fake it, sling it out right side for Rumback. He's got blockers out in front. Breaks a tackle at the 40 to the 35. Cuts back to the 30. 25 to the 20. 15, 10, 5. Touchdown. What a run by Jacob Rumback after the catch. Wow.
Just set up perfectly. The blocks are there, executed perfectly.
So go ahead, Greg, and pull that up. You see here the pass protection on this quick screen. You get out, you hit your man, and then you get yourself upfield if you're the offensive line. And as you see there,
Make a couple guys miss after the fact. Yeah.
following the blocks.
Wow. That was a combination right there. Combination of great blocking by your teammates, following those blocks, and then once you got past the blocks, there's like 2 more guys. He still, juked them out of their shoes and kept going.
You're 10-29 here in the first half of action. Second quarter, 38-0. But your extra point unit has just been atrocious here tonight.
Yeah, he's missed 3 so far here, and that one was a low line drive.
Missed 3.
Just didn't get enough elevation.
2-point conversion. I mean, you're just not doing yourselves any favor on the special team.
Although the kickoff unit has been on point here tonight, Tommy. Rumback has been on his game with those kickoffs.
I guess up 38-0 here early in the second quarter. You got to find something to pick at.
You got to find something. Buckeye Central leading Mohawk 8-7. Of course, the Bucks are 2-1, and they have hung some points on their last couple opponents. Man, they have really lit up the scoreboard this year. The Warriors are 0-3. They've lost all 3 games by a combined 7 points total. That's just a frustrating start for that team because they're a young team. They're still learning, and I feel like their better days are ahead of them. But this is all learning. It's a great learning experience for this team to be in these close games. I know nobody wants to see them lose, but
yeah, it's hard to count on an off year in the N10.
Yeah, for sure. Cam Lucius kicks it off to the 15-yard line. And Chase Dussel on the return brings it back to about the 27-yard line before he's brought down. And the Raiders will take over at their own 27-yard line, trailing 38-0 with 10:22 left here in the first half. Boy, the Senecas have put up 38 points in less than 14 minutes.
Yeah, it seems like we're so much further into the game, and it's just because of that. Like you usually don't see this much scoring until later in the game.
Hey, Coach Steve Reese has got these Senecas clicking on all cylinders here tonight.
Wagner slings it.
Another batted
tipped at the line and nearly intercepted again, as Wagner has just not had much success when he's dropped straight back into the pocket. Those 3-step and 5-step drops just are not there for him, Tommy, because he just doesn't have the protection to make the throw that he needs to make. Because he's making good reads most of the time. It's just he can't get the ball over the line.
That, and when you're stepping into your throw like that, you're basically just throwing bullets out there.
Yeah.
You need to do your drop back and then toss that baby up.
A flick of the wrist.
Handoff here.
And Michael Williams on the carry gets it up to about the 30-yard line. And so the Raiders, a third down coming up, third and about 7. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Eric Hall. I keep saying we're going to, and then we don't. And then I'm like, well, we got to check in with them. So I'm going to wait till this play runs, and then I'm not going to forget this time. I swear, Eric, I promise.
Wait, a huge turnover or something will happen.
It's usually just a big play happens. Wagner slings it down the field, down the left side. Dussel went for it, but incomplete. But a flag flies in. And we'll see what the call is, but let's check in with our sideline reporter, Eric Hall. Eric, so it's a little different atmosphere here tonight as the big lead in this one. What's the energy like, though, on the sideline? We got to know, man.
I mean, Calvert sideline over here, they're still pretty pumped up. I mean, they're just keeping the pedal to the metal here. So, Seneca Sioux's still loving it down here, so that's all you can ask for.
So what's your impression on this line? I mean, who's winning the battle down low? I mean, I can see it from up here, but is it that obvious down there that this Seneca's front is just dominating?
Yeah, there's just such a size difference down here on this line, and you can see it from down here on both sides of the ball. Their offensive line is bigger, and their defensive line is bigger. So, Calvert just outmatches them in this game.
Yeah.
What's your impression of Seneca Sioux?
Yeah, what's the impression of Seneca Sioux down there?
Seneca Sioux's my favorite, man. I love watching her down here. She loves the team.
She's intense. Wagner slings it right side. Oh, nearly picked off. Schumacher read it well, but just missed the ball as Biddle comes up with the catch, and they get the first down. I think that's the first time I've seen them get a first down, Tommy. I'm not sure.
I think it's the first time I've hit the graphic for it. So.
Yeah,
at least your talents aren't wasted, Judge.
I loved it, though.
Touchdown,
All right, there we go. Tornadoes on the board with about 3.5 minutes left in the second quarter, right? Is that what that says, second quarter?
Yes,
Jeez.
it is the second quarter.
Wow, they're going quick over there.
Finally on the board here.
Meanwhile, here at Frost Cow 5 receivers set for the Raiders. Wagner slings it right side of the field, down the field, and incomplete.
Oh, I like that.
He was looking for his man down the field.
Saw a play pretty identical to that ended up in a touchdown week 1 against Monroeville from the Raiders.
Yeah. Avery Schilling, the intended receiver there on the right side. 6'4" sophomore.
Oh, Greggy film.
Greggy's got to find highlights for the opening video, so he goes back and watches old stuff.
Watch whatever I can find.
This man will scour the internet for what he wants.
Nothing's ever as good as our stuff, but I'll find something.
Slings it out left side. It's incomplete.
Bounces right off the hands.
As intended for Lucas McEwen there.
I mean, if you're brave enough to go through his search history, that's up to you. Nonetheless, Calvert still looking to add on to the 38-0 lead.
This is the professional broadcast tonight.
I was going to say, I'm sure I'm on a government list somewhere. Do that one, make Tommy pop.
Timeout here, I think.
Yep, looks like they're going to take time out.
Dakota's going to take a timeout.
Big third down here. I want to try to get something going here.
So timeout called on the field. Of course, timeouts are brought to you by Hope and Fostoria. We'll take this time to thank our sponsors for allowing us to be here tonight. Thanks to your Legacy Federal Credit Union, Buckeye IT Services, Xcaret Mexican Restaurant, Hope and Fostoria, First National Bank of Sycamore, UIS Insurance and Investments, Steinmetz Signs and Graphic Inc., Lee's Floor Covering, Little Hugo's, 5 Star Maintenance, DAH Wraps, Klaus Electric, Carmi's Barbecue and Grill, Fiesel's Frame and Collision, Circle H Tire, and Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery, home of the Coach's Corner. Every Tuesday night, right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Tune in around 6:30 as we have the Gibsonburg head coach next week.
That's a nice long list of sponsors there, and if you want to be added to that, I'll tell you what, not only if you want to be added to that list, but we've got the T-shirt thing that we're working on here. And I've seen, some messages and people saying, I want to be on it, I want to be involved. How do I go about doing this? Just Nate Mullins is the guy.
That's
Just
right.
get a hold of Nate Mullins. That's all you got to do. Message him. He'll get it all hooked up for you.
Those T-shirts are a hot item right now. A lot of sponsors have gotten on board. We're excited to partner with a lot of area businesses to bring these Bleacher Creature T-shirts to life. We'll be tossing those out at all of our broadcasts, whether it's football, baseball, basketball, softball, whatever. We'll be giving those shirts away all
Nice
broadcast
throw by
season long.
Wagner.
What a snag by Dussel. Just snatched that one right out of the air.
Yeah.
And
Way to bring that one in, young.
still going to be about 5 yards short of the first down.
Look at that. Ooh.
What a
Hang on
catch.
there. Yeah.
But once again, we still have space available if you're interested. Shoot me an email or just message the page if you are interested in getting on board on these T-shirts. We have some putting sponsor names and logos on the back of the shirt.
Just go knock on Nate's door and be like, hey, yo, here's my money. I want to be on there.
Hey, yo, Lento.
Well, the FedEx guy ain't going to be the one knocking.
Nope. Wagner slings it out right, complete. They convert on the fourth down. And Biddle on the reception moves the chains. That'll be a UIS Insurance and Investments first down for the Lakota Raiders.
Where did you make that logo?
Yeah, he definitely made that logo. Trust me. It's a process.
Are you asking where I got the guy from? Is that what you're asking
No,
me?
just in general, all that.
The whole thing. There was a whole process that went into that. That's for sure.
I finds what I want to find.
Inside of 8 minutes to play here in the first half. Wagner out of the shotgun, empty backfield. Man in motion. They fake it to Biddle. Wagner slings it down the right side of the field into the end zone and overthrows his intended receiver.
I mean,
And I'll tell you what, Schilling
He was blindly throwing that one up there with the defender in his face.
Yeah, Wolf.
Schilling he's got to step on his man a few times here in this one, and a couple times, he's been overthrown, and you see him just kind of throw his hands up like, I had it. I had my man. But Wagner is just having a little bit of accuracy issues here in the early going, just trying to find his footing, trying to settle in after a rough start. But this drive, they're starting to put something together here, Tommy. Got a couple of first down conversions. Now 2nd and 10 at the 27. Handoff. And met in the backfield and dropped right away.
It's always It's always so violent when you see the camera start to move in one direction quickly and then stops and comes
Yes.
back. Somebody got stopped right in their tracks.
And that huge stop brings up 3rd and 11 now. Clock continues to roll. 7:14 remaining here. 3rd and long. Wagner in the gun.
Looks left, slings it left, and he incomplete. Intended for Biddle.
I could just tell right away that one either got tipped or didn't come out the way he wanted it to. Yeah, it had a little bit of a little funkiness to it there.
But why punt?
No, Tommy, if you watch pregame, Eric can chime in on this one. Eric, this kid has one heck of a leg, does he not?
Oh, yeah, I was watching him in pregame, and he was just booting field goals.
Oh, they're going to take a field goal here.
Yeah, watch this kid.
I was going to say, what are you talking about? I can punt it from the 28.
This will be a 43-yard field goal.
Tommy said, I don't care how far you can punt it. They're on the 20 here.
Look at that field goal, and it's good. What a boot. 43-yard field goal right through the uprights for Brandon Leal. Wow.
Brandon Leal, the real deal with that boot. Right through the uprights.
Real deal, Brandon Leal.
That's going to have to be on a poster now.
I mean, you might have just done that man some favors with that, getting that, man. That was impressive.
Very impressive kick there by the junior Brandon Leal. So they still got another year of that kid. Wow. What a boot.
Eric talked about the size difference in the linemen down there. Let's go measure everybody's legs now.
Right.
Again, I just love we do so much prep work into our coverage each and every week, and just even you guys paying attention to the pregame, seeing the boot that trotted on the field there. I mean, that's good stuff. You know
Absolutely.
what I mean? 'Cause
For
again,
sure.
It's knowing what that team has in their wheelhouse. So you're not sitting up here scratching your head when they got the ball on the 28 and you know this is 4-down territory. It's like, oh, what are you doing? And you're like, yeah, this kid's got a boot on him. It's like,
I don't care how far he can punt it.
I can punt it for the 28 and get it probably to the 1.
You should have saw this kid in warm-up. He can punt it 5 yards. He's going to pin them, man.
Play the best of the best.
What a beautiful night for football here at Frost County Stadium.
I know we didn't have the sun
I
shining right in our
know.
eyeballs.
It's been nice.
I love that time of the year where there's just so much football. It's up to you how much you want.
That's right. Every
like-
phase of football is at its best right now.
It's like Thanksgiving. You
Run
just
back,
go get
breaks
some-
a tackle to the 35, cuts it outside to the 40, 45.
Oh, look at that.
Breaks another tackle down to the 50, but hold the phone. We got some laundry on the field. We'll see what the call is here. I think there might be 2 different flags here because one flew over here at the hash on the opposite side, and then we got one closest to the Calvert sideline over here. We'll see what.
Did you see that smart football play there as he was being chased down from behind the defender? Said, swag. Trying to get that ball out of there. Hoping to catch him off guard. Didn't quite work the way he wanted it to. Say holding against Calvert? Is that what he just said?
So we'll go against the Senecas. Hey, what's that guy wearing? I didn't see a referee wearing a.
He's got that strange sideways stripe.
Yeah,
on
he's
his
got like a
left
weird stripe on there. What's that?
So they're going to bring that one back after a nice return there.
Yeah, he had it all the way up to the 50. This one marks it at the 35, so they lose
Okay.
15 on the penalty.
I'll say somebody uncomfortably approached him.
Hand off to run back off the right side. Breaks a tackle.
Wow.
Breaks another tackle.
Still dancing.
Way to keep those feet moving the whole time.
Boy, Jacob Rumback putting together a highlight reel of his own here just tonight.
It's so crazy the way he kind of steps through tackles. It reminds me of like when you're underwater and you're moving in slow motion. He kind of just shakes it off
Again, high knee trainers.
That's right.
There's a reason why. You keep them legs up, keep your legs moving. You have the wheels like I'm back there.
Pistol formation. Schultz takes the snap, fakes the handoff, keeps it himself. got the first down near midfield.
Took a nice shot there, too.
He brought down right at the 49-yard line.
Helmet right towards the arm and ball area there. Way to hold on to that one. I saw it coming. But that arm feels good now.
Of course, you talk about this Seneca's team. Put up 35 last week, 35 the week before, 38 here today. Putting up a lot of points here in the early going. Ornament breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle, carries the defender forward inside Raider territory down to the 48-yard line.
Man, how do you get not one but two guys through the line into the backfield? And he just shucks them both. Unreal.
Watch this again.
Just look at that. One guy
Pressure
back there.
here.
Nope.
That should have been a 2-yard loss.
Nope.
2-yard, 3-yard loss.
Arm tackle's not going to do it.
Yeah. The defender had to use his, wrapped his entire arms around his waist, had to use his whole body to drag him down to keep him from going. What a runner.
Raiders showing blitz again, but off the edge.
Ornament on the carry.
Gonna make you pay.
Up to the 20, up to the 18, and out of bounds at the 18-yard line is Cal Warnament. But hang on, we got a little bit of flag over here about the 44-yard line. So this one looks like it's coming back as the Calvert Blue is starting to march that way. So
here's the thing: you commit to that blitz off the backside. They decide to attack the opposite side. They find the edge. They're able to get a huge game, but it's going to be marched off.
I tell you, when they execute those plays and the blocking schemes like that perfectly, it's almost like watching a dance out there. The way they just kind of.
What's amazing?
There's no way that's accurate.
No, there's no way. I'll double check that one real quick.
I don't even want to talk right now. He just completely threw me off my train of thought. There's no possible way. Anyway, what was I saying?
Okay, yeah, 24-7 is the score. Bishop Watterson leading Tiffin Columbian heading into the second half.
Maybe he just saw into the teachers.
Overzealous parent on the score stream.
It's pretty much like Wikipedia, so they can just make it up.
That made it 2nd down and 13 there after the penalty. Gonna get some of those yards back, almost just past
5.
the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
It looks.
Up to the 48-yard line. Run back, averaging 5 yards per carry coming into this one, and that'll add to his average there because I haven't seen him get stopped very many times inside of 5 yards tonight.
Even when he should have been stopped. Nope.
Yeah. 4 receivers set, run back in the slot here.
With the type of yards these running backs are getting tonight, again, you'd think they'd be writing their own Wikipedia.
You're right. Schultz slings it over right side, complete to Klaus. Breaks the tackle, out of bounds.
Whoa!
And the flag comes in at the end of the play.
He wasn't out of bounds.
Yeah.
He wasn't out of bounds, and that kid's 6'2".
Listen.
He was out of bounds.
I'm going to go ahead and replay this for you, just for you, Tommy, where you can see that the play is clearly over.
As a guy that was on the
Watch.
defense,
The play
that's
is
what I
clearly-
would do.
No. Well, that's when you get a flag, too.
Not me.
Not me.
Oh, yes, you. You can absolutely see here, as long as I stop the replay long enough. See, call it. Right here he's out.
Clean
and
him.
then what is that? What is that?
Clean
Come on.
Cleaned him. Get out of here.
He wasn't dirty.
Clean him up.
He wasn't dirty.
Clean
he didn't
him
need
up.
cleaned up.
Clean him up. Get out of here.
You know, I once famously heard that there would be some extracurricular flags that would come in, and they would just say, which one was it, 76 or 50?
Little do you know that Tommy was number 76
And 50.
Swap jerseys out all the time.
One man in the backfield. 4 receivers set.
Oh.
And
Are they going to call it?
it might be encroachment. Yeah, it should be encroachment on the
say.
defense.
Just a little too antsy there. Lost his balance.
Encroachment goes against the defense. Gives me a moment to talk about our friends at Xcadet Mexican Restaurant. Folks, they are a staple in this Tiffin community and one of our biggest sponsors, but also a big supporter of small town athletics And Tiffin Calvert, Tiffin Columbian, they are a huge supporter of a lot of community causes. Stop in and check out their new look menu with some delicious new items you just got to try for yourself. Gather your friends, go get some queso. You deserve it. Treat yourself to the best at Xcaret Mexican Restaurant, located in the Tiffin Mall. Under renovation currently, as they're putting in the new Hobby Lobby. And I'll tell you, they're pulling out all the stops for that. They are completely revamping the entire right side of the mall.
I was going to say, well, when Hobby Lobby starts paying us, we'll talk more about it.
Right.
I just right now on a huge 1st to 5 date.
Well, I'm just saying, that's where the Xcaret Mexican Restaurant located in the Tiffin Mall. Everybody kind of sniffs at that, like, oh, the Tiffin Mall, like, oh, whatever. But, I don't know.
A lot of gems there at the Tiffin Mall. They really are.
Well, I mean, there's a few of them, but I have a feeling that'll be a growing part of this community.
I tell you what, you can't go wrong with a date night
At
the
Xcaret.
Mexican Restaurant.
Absolutely.
Catch a flick.
Fajitas for two, just for you?
Yeah.
Enchiladas for
Fajita
mine.
sticks on us for 2, and then get her whatever she wants.
Go ahead and get yourself some enchiladas from mine before you go home.
2nd down and 2. Schultz in the shotgun. Loads it up over the middle, incomplete. He was looking for, I think it was run back. No, Carter Wolf was the intended receiver right at the 2-yard line. 2:55 left here in the first half.
Sun going down here. You can see the geese trying to get a view of the game here, Greg. Flying in that V formation.
The geese trying to get a gander.
This one's gone off the rails tonight, folks.
Aren't we all? Aren't we all? Just
Well-
the geese trying to get a
Well,
game.
you know, when Calvert just keeps putting up points like this, is
Handoff to run back.
Look at that.
Little
Bounces
jump cut to the outside, trying to find some running room. Breaks 3 tackles, 4 tackles, and ridden out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Picks up the first down. But I tell you, he probably ran about 25 yards to pick up 2. So a 1st and goal at the 9-yard line. Look at that. Just he's bottled up there.
it's a way to stay up, stay on your feet, find someplace else to go with it.
Empty backfield for the Senecas here. Schultz all by himself.
And the Raiders, again, not folding tent. They're making the Senecas work for every yard here.
Oh,
Schultz
And they're going to get him.
is going to be tripped up. I think he fell forward to the line of scrimmage.
they're like a little tumble.
There's a little bit of deception there as they had Jameson Godfrey motion into the backfield. They faked it to him, and then Schultz kept it off the left side, but defense was right there.
Just like Culture Club, Harrison Schultz will tumble for you.
No. Stick around for the halftime show brought to you by Buckeye IT Services, where we'll have the marching band performances from both bands here tonight. Schultz rolls to the right, slings it into the end zone. Back of the end zone, touchdown, Tiffin Calvert. John Schumacher comes down with it in the back of the end zone. And the Senecas extend their lead 44-3 with 1:53 left here in the first half.
And what a pass that was, too. Rolling to his right, slinging it out with the left arm, has to cross his body to get that pass there, and to be accurate with it. Great
And
job.
the Raiders defense, again, trying to hold up, make that goal line stand. But against this powerful Calvert offense, just so many weapons at the disposal of the Magic Man, Harrison Schultz, and they will convert.
They knocked
on
that
the
one
point
through.
after attempt.
Cameron Lucius knocks it through. And the Senecas now lead 45-3. And we haven't even went to halftime yet.
I was just about to say that huge defensive stand by Lakota to where Calvert was able to capitalize and extend this one out. I mean, that's a backbreaker.
Yeah.
I mean, it really is. You're trying to get this one with under 30, the deficit. Because, again, if you're not familiar with the rules here at the high school level, you had 1:53 here left in the first half. You come out of the locker room if you're Lakota and you're down more than 30 points, you're going to be facing a running clock, pal.
Yeah.
And until you do something, put points on the board to cut that deficit to where, again, it's under 30 points, that clock continues to roll, and you're facing another opponent there in the second half. And that's what, again, Father Time and the running clock, they're batting 1,000, pal.
Perkins and JFK got canceled?
Wasn't somebody telling us about that?
Yeah.
That JFK canceled on him or something, or somebody canceled.
That's crazy.
I can't remember about. Yeah, something was going on there.
Kickoff fielded at the 15. Dussel on the return to the 30, to the 35, and he's ridden out right around the 40-yard line. Chase Dussel on the return for the Lakota Raiders.
I think it was Lento that actually told us about that. Something going
Yeah.
on with JFK there.
Yeah.
All these teams having trouble trying to find people to play them. Get
Well, I
their
guess-
schedule set.
After their last game,
Oh, yeah, they had injuries.
they had
right?
like 5 kids end up in the hospital after that last game. So that might be the reason why they had to cancel that game. I didn't think Warren JFK was that small, though. I thought they were a little bigger than that.
Must have been a lot of cleaning up, huh, Tom?
Stop.
Well, I don't give in. Well, I don't give in to Kennedy conspiracy, so we'll just
All right.
we'll just go into this final 2 minutes of this first half as Wagner quick check down.
Man, they got
To Dussel.
great job getting the ball out there, but a better job by the defense of swarming to it.
Yeah, they were on him.
I mean, sometimes those quick pitch outs, those receivers, wide receiver screens, they do your wide receiver no favors. They really don't.
Like, here you go, take this and get
Just like when they
smashed.
throw it across the middle there.
If it's
and
slow developing, it's like the defense can see that coming the whole time. That defensive back can
build
just
ahead
come
of
in and
steam.
just nail him. Yeah. 4 receivers set. Jalen Wagner in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Rolls to his right.
Uh-oh.
Trying to find some room here. He's going to take off and run with it.
Wow.
And he's going to pick up some yards here up to about the 45-yard line is where he'll be out of bounds.
and gets out of bounds.
Yeah, impressive to get away from that.
Yeah, and like Tommy said, get out of bounds, stop the clock. 1:01 left here in the first half.
Whoa, lost our camera. That went back.
There we go.
Technology.
Well, if you're a Calvert fan, this is definitely the game you wanted to tune into, as Calvert firmly in control, 45-3, as we're not even out of the first half yet. Just about a minute to go. Lakota trying to cut away at this huge deficit and get out of the.
That was a nice run there by Micah Williams.
I should reset the.
I think, is there some laundry down there?
I'm not sure, but that is enough to move the chains here.
I think there's some laundry on the other side of the ref over here. I'm not positive, though.
Let's see what the
Everybody's
call
yeah,
is
it's right
here.
there on the 5 of the 50.
Yep.
You see the yellow flag.
We'll see.
It's going to be against the defense, huh?
Personal foul against Tiffin Calvert. Wonder if maybe it was something was said or I don't know. I didn't see anything extracurricular there.
It seemed like
Maybe check in with Eric on the sideline, see if maybe he has a little bit on that. Eric, did you see anything happen, or were you looking at your phone?
No, I was watching, but I didn't see anything happen. I'm wondering if something was said.
to me, it looked like there might have been somebody coming in late for a hit, but he pulled up and he didn't make the contact. So
Wagner slings it left side. He's got Dussel. Dussel comes down with it at the 5. What a catch by Chase Dussel. Goes up and gets it.
he gets up after that one and gives the he is him pose.
Yeah, I was just about.
I mean, you can let him have that one.
I was
That
just about
beautiful.
to say. Might want to keep your words soft and sweet because you may have to eat them later.
Well, it's as the game clock runs down, it's down to 25 seconds left here.
I was going to replay that, but they're just back up to the line already.
Wagner had that one slip through his hands,
Uh-oh.
and the defense right there.
Did the ball come out
And I think the
again?
ball came out at the end of the
think it
play,
did.
and we'll see what the call is.
I think it came out again at the end. I don't think.
I
he
think
ever-
it did.
I don't think
he
he ever
was
got
down.
control of it again.
And they're going to say Lakota ball.
Wow, let's.
They did end up coming up with it.
Let's take a look here. I didn't think he ever gained control of it. I thought he was bobbling
Bad
it.
snap.
as they-
He gets control over here.
I
The
don't think so.
watch.
There it is.
There.
On the ground. He's picking it up. He's moving. It's out of his hand again, right there.
Yep, never got it.
Down.
It was still on the ground.
He was standing up when the ball came out.
Down.
Down.
Yeah, he was down after he dropped the ball.
No.
Boy, Fremont St. Joe's having a rough year so far, getting handled by Margaretta, 48-0
I
right
was going
now.
to go to Austin's camera, but she just wants to show a view of the referee standing far away for some reason. Oh, look at that.
Hey, what you know? Oh, what do you know? Jeff Hammer down there distracting our camera person
Jeff,
again.
I'm going to, I swear to God, I'm going to unwatermark all your photos.
Unwatermark everything. So the Raiders have it at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Trying to punch this one in here and put some points on the board before we head into the locker room. Don't forget, stick around for our halftime show brought to you by Buckeye IT Services. Of course, that last time out was brought to you by UIS Insurance and Investments. Wagner in the shotgun. Rolls to his left, sets his feet, steps up into the pocket, takes off, and he's drilled right at the 3-yard line. They still have a couple timeouts left, so they'll probably
There's
take one
also a
here,
flag
but
right
there's
there
a flag at the 10. And it looks like a sideline warning on Tiffin Calvert. I think that's what the call is going to be here.
Now, how can you blame anybody for getting excited about that hit?
I think that was actually as soon as the play started, they threw that flag. Tommy called it when the play was going on.
Giving Calvert sideline warning. Greg giving
I don't know if
Austin
that's called.
sideline
I
warning.
don't know if that was the call or not.
See, I don't trust Tommy, though. He thought that kid didn't drop that ball, so.
No, he did. Defenseless, called down. Okay. Can't fumble then.
What was the call? Illegal shift. Okay.
But why?
But what?
They called it.
That is the final timeout by Lakota here in the first half. Timeouts brought to you by UIS Insurance and
I want to see
Investments.
that hit again. That was just too tasty. Even if there was, it's just look at this. You think he's got it? You think he's got it? And then boom!
Boom, Billy Klaus.
I'll tell you, he just. I mean, and I thought he had it. He had all the momentum heading in towards the end zone there. Honestly, I think he saw what was coming and kind of.
Good job keeping that call going, Greg. I wasn't going to pay Warner Brothers for that birthday song. They're sticklers about that song. They really are.
Happy day that you were
Not
born
anymore.
on.
Copyright's over on that.
Oh, yeah? It's like
yeah, they
over.
lifted that. When I
Isn't
think
like
Michael
once you
Jackson
get-
had the copyright to it. Did you know that? At one point, Michael Jackson had the copyright to the Happy Birthday song. Not joking. It's for real. It's crazy.
Definitely not a thriller for the Raiders here, facing a 45-3 deficit.
3 receivers set. Ball at the 13. Wagner loads it up into the end zone. He's got a man in the end zone.
Hey, he's got that.
I think he came down with it. We'll see who they say came down with it. I think it might be a Calvert interception, actually. No,
That's a
touchdown. Touchdown, Lakota.
Yeah, Calvert had a good read on it. Wagner throws it up, challenges the defender, and the receiver does his job, comes down with it.
Avery Schilling. They've been trying to hook up with the sophomore all night tonight.
Some great defense, but he just beat it.
And there he comes down with a catch. What a thriller.
Wow. Look at this. Like, way to just.
One-handed.
Yeah. He,
One-handed.
right in the breadbasket there, pulled it in, maintained possession.
Speaking of one glove.
Well, we can do this all night.
We can keep going, folks. And the extra point attempt is up, and it is on Union Street. No.
Yeah, it is.
Well, you know, with how dark it is down there, too, I couldn't even follow that.
For real, that was a deep boot there. All the way past the track. The kid had to go past the track to go retrieve that one up by the scoreboard.
That's going to do it there.
And that'll be the end of the first half. Your score, 45-10, Tiffin Calvert all over Lakota. We'll step aside, take a timeout. We'll be back with the Buckeye IT Services halftime show. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports. You're watching high school football on Heart of Ohio Sports.
For high school students, this can be a fun time of year. Prom, graduation, summer vacations, etc. Sometimes students will attend parties that permit underage drinking.
There are serious legal consequences and liability issues for parents who serve alcohol to underage students. This could include fines, lawsuits, and even jail time.
Parents can be held responsible for underage drinking, even if they're not home when it happens. The best gift you can give your child is to be their parent, not their friend.
Don't be a party to teenage drinking. Parents who host lose the most.
Buckeye IT Services is a trusted partner for cybersecurity, fully managed and co-managed IT support. Municipalities, financial organizations, and mature businesses turn to them to eliminate IT stress and enable growth. Visit BuckeyeIT.com today to start your partnership. Make sure to check out this week's edition of the Heart of Ohio Sports Observer by Josh Morgret on heartofohiosports.com. UIS Insurance and Investments, your hometown agency providing a full range of insurance and financial services with a local touch. Contact your local homegrown agent Jeff Leopold for a professional review today at 419-447-4242, extension 1144.
We connect fans to the action like no one else can. As a business in today's market, you got to stay ahead of the game. And what better way than to get on board with the fastest growing brand in media today? I mean, you can take it from me, or you can just listen to them.
When recruiters want to see our game film, we tell them they can watch it on Heart of Ohio Sports.
It's time for high school football on Heart of Ohio Sports. Keep it locked in. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
Legacy Federal Credit Union, your premier financial institution in Seneca County since 1952. Your community, your legacy. Federally insured NCUA.
You're locked into the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. Heart of Ohio Sports. Keep it locked in. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
At Heart of Ohio Sports, it's obvious. The first thing that comes to mind is sports. But we do a lot more than just cover live sporting events.
Go, go, go!
When we want to watch our highlights from last night's game, there's only one place we go, Heart of Ohio Sports.
Little Hugo's is Tiffin's longest-running ice cream store, in operation since 1949. A local family-owned business, you know them because of those famous shredded chicken sandwiches and their delicious fresh lemon slushes. Stop by today and take advantage of their convenient drive-thru, where you're sure to find something for the whole family to enjoy at Little Hugo's on West Market Street in Tiffin. It's time for high school football on Heart of Ohio Sports. All right, and we're back here at Frost County Stadium. Nate Mullins and Tommy Hall on the call with you here. Greg, the Wizard Kin on the ones and twos, keeping us live. We have Zach Blythe on the overhead camera, Austin Rodriguez on the sideline camera, and Eric Hall on the sidelines here tonight. Thanks for tuning in to the Buckeye IT Services halftime show. We'll take a moment and thank all of our sponsors, and then we'll get you to the halftime performance as currently the, who's it on the field right now? Is that the... I believe that's the Lakota Raiders marching band right now. So we're going to go ahead and thank our sponsors. I want to thank Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, Buckeye IT Services, Xcaret Mexican Restaurant, Hope in Fostoria, First National Bank of Sycamore, UIS Insurance and Investments, Steinmetz Signs and Graphic Inc., Lee's Floor Covering, Little Hugo's, 5-Star Maintenance, DAH Wraps, Klaus Electric, Carmi's Barbecue and Grill, Fiesel's Frame and Collision, Circle H Tire, and Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery, all proud sponsors with us here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Once again, you're tuned in to the Buckeye IT Services halftime show. We'll send it down to the field for the marching band performance. We'll be right back here in just a little bit for the start of the second half.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Raider Marching Band.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Under the direction of Mr. Victor Welsh, the Calvert Marching Band and Color Guard will be performing their movie theme show. First, we will dive into the Marvel Universe with the Avengers theme. Making their debut in 1963, the Avengers are best known for their popular live-action movies. Here is the Avengers theme. Jurassic Park. This classic 1993 movie was ahead of its time, and still the special effects hold up to today's standards. Composed by John Williams, this timeless soundtrack is still used and enjoyed by many to this day. Enjoy our rendition of Jurassic Park. Show, we'll take you back to 1975 to the classic suspense thriller Jaws. Creating a fear of the ocean in many to this day, this movie played in theaters for quite some time, raking in over $9 million. No need to be afraid of any sharks tonight, because Superman is here to save our day. Our finale is a combination of Jaws and Superman themes, perfectly wrapping up our movie-themed show. Be careful swimming out there, folks.
I don't know where I'm going to that bike.
pride of the Seneca Nation, the Calvert Marching Band.
The second half will be played with a running clock due to the score differential being over 30 points. The only time it'll be stopped is during an official's timeout, a charge timeout, or at the end of a period or after a score. If the margin drops below 30 points, the clock reverts to regular timing.
All right, and we're back here at Frost County Stadium. Nate Mullins, Tommy Hall up here in the press box with you. Greg Kinn also up here in the press box, enjoying some great food from Granny's Barbecue and Grill, one of our sponsors here on Heart of Ohio Sports. You're tuned into the Buckeye IT Services halftime show, and it is a big-time showing by this Tiffin Calvert team, both on offense and defense, as they had 2 pick sixes in the first quarter, and they have put on an offensive show, put up 45 points just in that first half. They lead 45-10 here as we get ready to start the second half over the Lakota Raiders. Tommy, I'll tell you, we've seen this Calvert offense clicking on all cylinders before, but it's a very rare sight when you see both the offense and the defense just absolutely in sync, and that's what you're seeing tonight, is they're feeding off of each other, and it's a great sight to see.
Yeah, all 3 phases of the game coming together for the Calvert Senecas. Meanwhile, a lot of things for the Lakota Raiders continue to unravel. Turnovers, batted passes, bringing up long down and distance situations, and then being forced into unenviable field position. Because, again, special teams have been on it all night tonight for the Calvert Senecas. The field position battle has been won handedly by the Senecas, as one of the reasons why you see this 45-10 deficit, Nate, because Calvert has been able to capitalize off a tremendous field position and also have been able to turn points off of turnovers to really extend this lead and really close in on putting this one out of reach. As we're going to face a running clock here to start the second half.
That we will. We'll take a look at some of the offensive stats from each team. In the first half, Tiffin Calvert had 17 rushes for 76 yards, 167 yards through the air on 9 receptions. Harry Schultz was 9 of 11 had 4 touchdowns through the air. No fumbles, no picks. They did have 5 penalties for 64 yards, but they were 5 for 5 on third down conversions there in the first half. Meanwhile, Lakota has had a rough start here. 15 rushes for just negative 23 yards. Sorry, I didn't read that right. 9 receptions, 92 yards through the air. 9 of 22 is young Jalen Wagner. He has 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. They did not have a fumble. They had 5 penalties for 45 yards. They were 3 of 11 on 3rd down and 1 for 1 on 4th down. And they had a boot of a field goal coming off the leg of Brandon Leal from 43 yards out. The real deal, Brandon Leal. They counted it from 45 yards out. So that's a heck of a boot there by the young man. But for Tiffin Calvert, individually, Cal Warnament, 6 carries, 29 yards and a touchdown. Jacob Rumback, 6 carries, 26 yards. Harrison Schultz, 8 for 10, 138 yards and 4 touchdowns. Billy Klaus, 1 for 1 for 29 yards. John Schumacher, 3 catches for 66 yards and a tutty. Jacob Rumback, 2 catches for 63 yards and a tutty. Billy Klaus, 3 catches, 29 yards and a tutty. And Carter Wolf, 1 catch, 9 yards and a tutty.
And again, Nate, you talk about the tremendous offensive prowess on display here. The defense, you talk about Lakota stats. Just 23 yards on the negative 23 yards on the ground. That either tells me that the defense is doing its job or they got Greg Kinn at running back. But nonetheless, Tiffin Calvert, they're going to come out here in the second half with a huge lead.
Man, poor Greggy. What did he do to deserve that? Like, he was just sitting here running the show, man.
Listen. I really appreciate you patting my stats like that.
We'll check in with our sideline reporter, Eric Hall, here momentarily. This has been the halftime show brought to you by Buckeye IT Services. We're ready to start the second half here. Brandon Leal, the real deal, set to kick it off for the Lakota Raiders.
If it makes you feel better, Greg, you and I have the same total career yards, so don't feel too bad.
Leal with the boot, fielded at the 7-yard line. Dropped, pick it up. Jacob Rumback on the return. He's got it up to the 30, runs into his own defender, to the 40, to the 50, and Rumback into the open, stiff arm, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown! Kickoff return for a touchdown by Jacob Rumback, 93 yards.
Wow, what a way to start the second half as if the running clock wasn't enough.
Coach Tom Grimes excited up here. He's not getting paid by the hour.
Look at that, just gets his own guy out of the way.
Look at that, though. That's the thing is the foot race you see between Rombach. Again, 9 out of 10 athletes wouldn't make that return. Wow. Rombach able to get that extra gear, man, and that's what the difference maker is.
Seneca's line up for the extra point. Cameron Lucius 3 for 6 so far here in the game on extra point attempts. The ball is down, the extra point is up, and it's through. 4 for 7 on the night for the young man, Cameron Lucius. And it is 51-10, Tiffin Calvert. 52-10.
My goodness, is it dark outside.
Yeah, it got real dark real quick.
Like, I'm looking over at the scoreboard here, and like I don't see anything behind it at all.
Yeah.
I think fall has arrived, fellas.
Well, we'll check in with our sideline reporter, Eric Hall, as he is standing by with Austin Rodriguez, our sideline camera operator. How's it going, Eric?
It's going, man. Hey, every time you say you're going to throw it down to me, Calvert does something great, so let's keep trying that, man.
Absolutely. I think I'm going to say that before every play now.
Yeah.
Somehow they've scored when Calvert's not even on the field.
Yeah, you think you're safe to throw it down here, and you're not safe. Yeah, that was awesome. Like, you picked that up after dropping that and took it 99 yards, so that was awesome.
Yeah.
What a big play to start the second half. Now, as they came out of the locker room, Eric, what was the energy level? What were you seeing? I mean, with a 35-point lead, were they still just as jacked coming out of that locker room?
Oh, yeah. It's I mean, if I didn't prove it to you right there, yeah, they were ready to go coming out of this locker room. They weren't ready to let up off the gas.
I don't know what that was.
It was the referee's whistle. They were blowing the whistle for the play, and Mike picked it up really good.
Fielded at the 23-yard line by Chase Dussel. He brings it up to about the 35, and that's where the Lakota Raiders will start with their first possession of the second half. Logan DeMoss on the stop for Tiffin Calvert.
How did I know that would happen?
Hold on, I want to see this.
Let me see.
I mean, what?
I thought they wanted new announcers.
Oh, my goodness.
2 receivers set, man in motion. They pitch it to the motion man.
That's a nice little play.
That's a nice design
Back
play
out
there,
outside,
right there. He
true.
picks up about 9 yards. Avery Schilling, maybe 10. They'll give him the first down. Nice pickup there.
And I mean, that's what you have to do when you can't really get, you can't win the battle in the trenches there. You got to get creative and pull some plays
I was
out.
saying that from the get-go. You got a guy who's shifty. You got like Wagner, who's very athletic. Quit making this kid sit in the pocket and throw. Put him in motion. Put him in a situation to where he can be successful and kind of move.
It seems like he's got some wheels too, so. Yeah, the sticks got a little ahead of themselves. No, it's second down, not first. Second down. He was trying to move.
I had in the first down graphic because I was going with what they were doing. My bad.
2nd and 3. Wagner looks to the sideline for the play adjustment. Now he's going to make a audible at the line.
The old armbands there, reading the play.
Settles into the pistol. Wagner, handoff.
There you go.
Biddle with the carry.
Just a
carries it
second
forward.
effort might have.
I think they do. They got it to the 45-yard line, and that will move the chains. It's UIS Insurance and Investments first down. Timeouts tonight brought to you by Hope and Fostoria. First downs presented by First National Bank of Sycamore.
UIS first down, right? So you just said
first down is UIS Insurance.
The scoreboard is first down.
Scoreboard. I was just reading it in order.
Look at this.
Nice little pitch out there.
Man,
the defense, man, they are just swarming to the ball, and a late flag comes in.
Well, we know, Tom, you don't want to agree with that if it's cleaning up.
Lucas McEwen, the ball carrier there.
This defense is unreal here tonight. I mean, you've got athletes on the offense out there, and they can't make a move to get away. Like, they're trying to shake and bake and make a juke here and there, but that defense just steadfast in their ways.
And we got a dead ball personal foul against Tiffin Calvert that'll extend the drive a little more as they move the ball down to the 39-yard line inside Calvert territory. Clock continues to roll, though.
No sense of urgency.
No, not at all.
Let's just walk that off with the referees. It's like, get up to the ball.
Down to 8:05 left here in the third quarter. Handoff left side. And that is Williams on the carry. He's got it up to about the 36-yard line. Micah Williams, the ball carrier. I'll tell you, if
some of these plays here, the way they're developing, it makes me feel like I'm online playing Madden against somebody who's actually good. I just can't get anything going. Yeah. Every time you think that you got a lane and something's open, Calvert's just swarming there and closing it right off.
Low snap.
Oh, nice fake there.
Wagner rolls to his right.
Oh, his guy's in the way too.
And he's going to be ridden out of bounds right about the 39-yard line. So they're actually going to lose a couple yards there. I'll mark him out at the 38.
Schumacher says, "Get out of here! You ain't pulling no trickery down the sidelines. You get out of bounds."
Wagner putting those Madden moves on display there, trying to make something happen for his squad. Ran out of bounds there. Now has a third and distance situation ahead of him as the Raiders continue to march into Seneca territory.
4 receivers set here for the Raiders. Wagner takes the snap, rolls to his left. He's going to step up into the pocket, and he's going to be brought down. But hang on, there's a flag that flies in at the end of the play. We'll see what the call is, but normally when that happens on the tackle, when you see the flag fly in on the tackle, it's most likely going to be a face mask, but we'll see.
And, I mean, you just saw the speed of the defense right there again. The quarterback, sets his feet. He sees a lane. He says, you know what, I'm just going to dart through there. And he's quick, and he darts right through the blue, but all of a sudden they just close right down on him.
I know this is irrelevant, but I can't remember the last time I've seen a face mask penalty.
Yeah, it's been a while.
I really can't.
Probably not since, 2020. God, you remember all the jokes that happened back then? What we got? Holding on the defense? No, personal foul. My bad.
Not that type of face mask. Ones that work.
Ones that protect you. All right. Hey, we're just kidding.
Jeez.
Listen, we never miss the opportunity to take a joke.
Always. If there's a joke there, it's going to be had. Trust me.
Your Uncle Greg at Thanksgiving.
First and 10, ball at the 24-yard line for the Raiders here.
It's 20.
Man in motion. Pitch it to the motion man.
That's nice. That's quick.
And, what a play in the backfield by Cal Warneman. Comes in and just cleans him up behind the line of scrimmage. Schilling tried to just take that to the outside.
I was going to say, speaking of quick, like, where did he come from there on defense? Just right to the ball, takes him down, and then friendly little help you up off the field there.
This drive is eating up just over 6 minutes of clock here.
Pick you up so I can knock you down again. That was always a good one.
.505 left here in the third quarter. Jalen Wagner stands in the shotgun. 4 receivers set for the Raiders. Running back settles onto his right hip. Back to pass. Williams. Wagner slings it into the end zone. Incomplete.
Oh, wow.
Broken up down there as Xavier Terry down there to make the play for, or Xavier Kimmett. I keep wanting to call him Terry.
That one was in the air for a minute there. I was nervous. Who's going to come down with that one? Is anybody going to come down with it? Looked like it almost could have been an interception there.
Wagner just takes a stab at it.
I mean, he loaded that one up. You can see all the oomph that he throws
back
it
corner.
Throws it up there, and then, look at this. Just up for grabs. Almost picked off.
So close. Wagner in the shotgun. 4 receivers set here for the Raiders. Back to pass. Rolls to his left. And he's going to keep it and take off, and he's going to be out of bounds, but a flag flies in at the end of the play.
They're going to take advantage of that undisciplined over pursuit of the Seneca's defense. If you're going to continue to clean them up, they're going to give them those additional yards.
Yeah, most of the yardage on this drive has been penalty yards.
I was going to say, you go to the sideline there, and you know that, like Tommy said, undisciplined, they're going to clean them up, and if you get that little bit extra, there comes the flag.
You know, the pre-snap by Wagner, it kind of reminds me of the long hair that does my DDP yoga instructional video. He kind of does that. Clap, namaste, stretches his back out, tries to get the defense to jump, and then goes into the actual cadence.
That's the old Urban Meyer style of offense there.
Ugh.
As we take a look around the area at the First National Bank of Sycamore scoreboard, Bishop Watterson leading Tiffin Columbian 31-7 in the third quarter. Tornadoes having a rough go in Columbus. Bellevue on top of Norwalk 26-0 in the fourth. Seneca East tied with Upper Sandusky 26 apiece in the third quarter. Let's see.
Looks like there was 2 fouls here. Is that what I was seeing?
This Mensa meeting has dropped about 2.5 minutes off the clock here.
Wow.
Mensa meeting.
Wow.
Jeez.
Yeah, I mean, he's got a great point there, man. I didn't even think about the fact that the clock does continue to run even as they sit there and discuss these things. Like, the Mensa meeting. I love it.
We'll get it together here. 4 receivers set, 3 receivers on the near side, 1 on the far side. Wagner in the shotgun. Williams back there with him. Slings it into the end zone. He had Dussel.
Oh, my goodness. Just out of reach.
Oh.
He had it, too.
Had him in stride.
He had a window, right there.
He had to turn his head around to try to see where the ball was, and that was a rough play to make.
Little outstretched on the pass there.
I'm telling you, just throughout the 48 minutes that we've got to see thus far out of this young quarterback, Wagner, you're starting to see the ball placement get a lot better throughout the progression of this one, even though this one's really kind of gotten out of hand now.
We're going to see the real deal again here, guys, on 4th down.
Brandon Leo, the real deal. This one good from 37. Let's see. Does he got it? He's got enough leg. Does he got the accuracy? No.
Oh, wow, really?
Pushed it to the left.
That's crazy, but that thing had enough.
Oh, it had enough to make it from 47.
I mean, it pretty much, I think it cleared the crossbars almost from the top there.
Oh, yeah.
What a leg on that kid.
Had the leg, but yorked it to the left. Hopefully we won't have those problems this Sunday.
Yeah. Yeah. We won't. Yeah. So Senecas will take over at their own 20-yard line. 1 minute and 10 seconds left in the third quarter, as this third quarter has been really quick. Schultz in the shotgun. 4 receivers set. Handoff. Warnament. And short gain. Actually, no. Give him about 7 on the carry. Nice pickup there. As he falls forward, picks up a couple extra yards there. It might be the last play. We'll see. Nope, they got to run one more. We'll check in with our sideline reporter, Eric Hall, after this play before we head to the third quarter break. Schultz back to pass. Slings it over the middle. Complete. Logan DeMoss on the catch up to the 40. Out of bounds at about the 43-yard line.
Like a 4-6 cover 3. It's still nothing to do it.
All right, we'll check in with Eric when we come back from break. We're going to step aside, take a quick timeout. When we come back, we'll have the fourth quarter of action live from Frost County Stadium. Your score 52-10. Tiffin Calvert all over Lakota. We'll be back after this. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports. Why go to Lease Floor Covering in Tiffin? Because at Lease Floor Covering, they know that selecting the right flooring for your home can be overwhelming. They make choosing the right items for your home simple. At Lease Floor Covering, they have one of the largest selections of floor covering in Northwest Ohio, including Abbey Carpet and Floor. Stop in and see for yourself what everyone raves about at Lease Floor Covering in Tiffin.
Small business owners need somebody that can open the door to financing. And at First National Bank of Sycamore, we love opening the door for financing opportunities.
You're locked into the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. Heart of Ohio Sports. And we're back here at Frost County Stadium. Nate Mullins, Tommy Hall on the call with you. Greg Kinn, the Wizard, on the ones and twos, keeping us live. Austin Rodriguez and Eric Hall down on the sidelines. And we have Zach Blythe running the main overhead cam. Thanks for tuning in here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Handoff. And that's Jamison Godfrey on the carry. He's going to be carried out of bounds about the 49-yard line. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Eric Hall. He's down there with Austin Rodriguez. How's it going, Eric?
Going, man. I mean, pretty much the same as it was before. They're just here. They're still all loud with their offense chant, and I mean, their team's bringing it on the field. So I mean, just pedal to the metal for Calvert tonight.
So, as far as player of the game wise, this is going to be hard for me to do, Eric, and I need your input on this because I don't know who to call out tonight because I give it to the whole team.
Yeah, I'm not even sure. I was trying to think of that earlier. No, it's going to be a tough decision for player of the game.
All right, thanks again, Eric. Jamison Godfrey on the carry. Picks up a couple yards up to about the 49 inside Lakota territory. Got some substitutions into the game. Greggy, number 24, that's familiar. Remember him? We coached that kid. Nolan Lee.
Oh, my goodness.
Comes into the game.
You know, and like, we've been saying this for the last season or two now, but it's just going to keep happening to us now.
Yeah,
We're just going to keep seeing these faces.
Nolan Lee, just one of the, nicest kids you'll ever meet, but tougher than a $2 steak, man. That kid, Takes the snap, takes the handoff, carries it forward, and he's going to be hit as soon as he grabbed the ball. So nothing doing on the carry. Actually lost a yard. But he's one of those young stars on this team that's going to be playing some meaningful minutes here at the end of this one here. 10:03 left in the ball game. 52-10, Tiffin Calvert on top. Jacob Rumback back deep to punt for Tiffin Calvert.
Is this the first punt of theirs here tonight?
And I love these Lakota Raiders. They'll play to the end.
That's right.
Not undeterred. Don't care what the score is. Forcing the Senecas to punt. And what a beautiful punt that was.
And Schumacher downs it at the 13-yard line. Wisely, because that one took a bounce where, you know, if he hadn't caught that, who knows, that might have went into the end zone.
I mean, like, you get that first bounce and you don't know where it's going to go. You don't want to let it hit that second time. It could just ricochet right into the end zone.
Absolutely. Hopewell Loudon on top of Gibsonburg, 26-7.
Dang.
Yeah. Gibsonburg kind of hanging with him a little bit there.
Did that just say Mohawk was leading by one? I thought it said 16-15 there. You better check that one.
Let's check. We'll have to check the First National Bank of Sycamore scoreboard here, as I do believe Mohawk leading 36-15.
Oh, I thought it said 16-15, but okay.
Clyde trailing Cardinal Mooney 20-22 in the fourth quarter.
Just stopped right behind the line.
Williams is met in the backfield by Cam Bajent.
Part of that big blue wrecking crew. Showing you why right there.
Jamison Godfrey checking in at safety here for Tiffin Calvert. Now you're seeing some subs for the Senecas here. Gavin Eidenauer playing on the line in the middle there. Wagner rolls to his right, slings it over the middle. It's incomplete, looking for his intended receiver, Schilling, right around the 20-yard line.
Forcing a throw on third on that second down situation.
Just hasn't seemed like his throwing on the run is a strong suit here tonight. It's not as accurate when he's got to be moving like that. Under a lot of pressure by this defense.
The thing is, you have to get him outside the pocket because he can't see, or the passes weren't able to make it over the line in the first half. That's why they started rolling him outside the pocket.
Ideally, he'd want to be able to get outside of the pocket and then have a minute to breathe. But
yes,
this defense is just bearing down on him.
Relentless. Wagner loads up, going deep. Got a man. That's Schilling down the field. Another big catch by Avery Schilling down at the 34-yard line. What a beautiful catch there.
What a beautiful throw, too.
Yeah, and he had time there. He set his feet and delivered that one. Let's take a look at it here.
Wagner has tried to hook up with him on this couple times, but they finally able to hook up here in the fourth quarter.
Little pump. Lets it fly. Perfect.
In between two defenders there.
Nice placement.
Yeah, that's the kind of passes.
7:22 left here in the ball game. Folks, I haven't got a chance to tell you yet, but Buckeye IT Services, trusted partner for IT solutions in Northwest Ohio, serving customers with commercial, residential, and municipal needs. They start by building a relationship with you and your company. At Buckeye IT Services, they want to know your pain points with technology and what you need to help your business succeed. They work with you to tailor a solution of best practices and new state-of-the-art equipment to eliminate IT pain for your business. Visit BuckeyeIT.com today to schedule your initial consultation. Timeout called on the field. Timeout's brought to you by UIS Insurance. Hope in Fostoria.
Oh, yep.
I got to get that right. Timeout's brought to you by Hope in Fostoria.
First down.
First down's brought to you by UIS.
You would think that it wasn't week 4 for some reason.
I started thinking I had them memorized, but nope, they're not. Not there yet.
To be honest with you, I feel like Calvert's just had such a great game here tonight that the vibes are just flowing all the way up here. We're just hanging
having
loose
a
tonight,
great time up here.
And I'm sure that they are down there on the field tonight.
Yeah.
I mean, what a game we have here tonight.
Of course, we will be right back here next Saturday, guys. We'll be on the call on Saturday. Can you believe that? We get a Friday off in the middle of high school football season? What?
I don't think that's
what is going on?
6 years at least.
We'll have Dominic Helmstetter and Zach Dillon on the call for Columbian and Huron next Friday night.
We'll be chilling with Dillon.
They're about to be chilling on the extreme. Look at that keeper.
New quarterback into the game now for Lakota as Nate Grigson checks into the game, freshman.
Calvert had about 8 or 9 in the box. Nice blocks up front.
And I think that's what Lakota needs more of. They need to get the ball in some athletes' hands and figure out a way. Don't think of them as a quarterback or a running back or a receiver. Think of them as ball carriers and just start trying to get the ball in the hands of these athletes.
Well, again, this Lakota team is one of those squads that I can see being one of those down-to-the-wire, tooth-and-nail type of opponents to where, again, big leg of Leo might get them out of some of these situations. But when you're facing a team like Calvert, as this one gets stuffed, once again, quick trip up as Brady Kern stopped. But like we said, Nate, again, when you face a buzzsaw like Calvert, if they get out ahead of you and they're able to extend that lead, they don't look back. And that was what Lakota kind of unfortunately fell into here tonight.
Is he going to get to come in? He's going to get to go in a game. My boy's going to play in a game. Shut up. I don't want to get ahead of myself. 5:24 left in the ball game. Grigson takes the snap, rolls off, takes off the right side. He breaks a tackle to the 40, to the 35, to the 30, and he's ridden out of bounds inside the 30. They'll say he's out of bounds at the 31, and there goes.
There he is.
My boy.
Wow.
What, that number 7?
Sheesh.
What a moment.
That's crazy. First time I get to see my boy come into a game, and I'm here. I'm glad I was here for it. That's so cool.
That's awesome, man.
That's really cool. So the smallest guy on the roster, number 7.
Wait a minute, I thought I was your boy. Smallest guy, biggest heart. Let's go.
Grigson, handoff. Up the middle, and a little bit of running room there. He gets it up to about the 30-yard line, or about the 20-yard line.
Well, I know better.
Brady Kern on the carry.
I know better than to throw it anywhere near Mullins. Mullins Island out there.
He does already have a pick in JV this year, I'm just saying.
Just got to boost his ego up a little bit so
Right.
he can go back and watch this one. And
Absolutely.
Be like, I'll be starting next week. Let's go.
Stop. Shotgun set. 4 receivers on the field.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I was going to say.
Yeah, that was my noise that I made it there. Isaac helped shove him out of bounds.
Got a little shoulder there. Got him out of bounds.
Got a little bit of shoulder.
He's like, I got bad memories on this field. I don't know. About shoulders.
Hey, did you hear that? You got credit for the tackle.
Yeah, I was going to say he was in there. I don't know.
pretty cool.
Let's see if I caught that. Let's see if I caught that one. I don't know if I caught that or not. Let's take a look.
Here you see.
Oh, it looks like I did.
Again, trying to make something happen here as Lakota starts to drive. Push to the outside. Isaac Mullins with the stop. Forces him out of bounds. Brings up a first and 10. That's 10.
Grigson takes the snap. Defender there to meet him in the hole. Cameron Lucius comes up to make the play.
The kid seems like he's got a bright future ahead of him. You said he's a freshman?
Yeah, Lucius.
No, the number 4.
Yeah, Grigson. Yeah. Oh, for sure.
He seems like he's got a high athletic IQ already, like the way that he takes the ball and his first couple of steps and his movements and stuff. I think.
We see his position on the paper as athlete.
That's right. They got a lot of athletes on this team. We'll check in with our sideline reporter, Eric Hall, after this play.
No, Eric.
Down to 2:35 left in the ball game.
Eric, you can't pick Isaac as the player of the game. Sorry.
Gotta get set.
Bad snap. Grigson keeps it up the middle.
Oh, he stopped.
And he's going to be stood up and bent backwards at the 6-yard line. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Eric Hall. Eric, when Isaac came off the field, was he a little bit full of himself?
Oh, yeah, he's all fired up right now. Oh, yeah. I made sure I got him in the shot over here. I came over and congratulated him. He's all fired up, man. It was awesome.
And look at him standing there ready to go. Way to go.
Ready to go right back in.
He wants back in bad. He wants in there.
I know. He's got plenty of playing time tomorrow.
Player of the game. You see that tackle?
Stop. All right. 4 receivers set. Running start for the receivers there.
He ran into his own guy. The defender pushed his own blocker back into him there.
Brady Kern on the carry, and it's going to be 4th and goal coming up here at the 6. And are they going to trot the field goal unit onto the field here? Maybe. That's what it looks like. Are we going to see the real deal? The real deal, Brandon Leal.
I mean, why not take the points? Why not get the real game time experience and practice here, you know?
He is 1 of 2 on field goals tonight. Made one from 43, missed one from 37. This one from 22. Leal puts it up, puts it through. Knocks that one through, no doubt about it.
Yeah.
56 seconds left in the ball game, and the Raiders tack on 3 points. It's now 52-13.
You almost want to do a purpose penalty to give him some room.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, that's no easy task from the inside hash like that.
No.
Kick that one in, and I'll tell you what, he rockets that thing in there so high up that I really can't even tell if it's in between the crossbars because it goes over it.
We really have to record or have some incentive online to where, again, we'll record some people with their attempts at a field goal.
Yes.
If you can make a field goal, we'll give you some kind of swag bag and gift cards.
We need to do that.
So much
that
harder
needs to
than
be,
people think for sure. Too. Like,
that needs to be like a Sunday production for us. Like something that we do. Maybe we go down to the youth football field.
Let's brainstorm.
Go down to the youth football field and do it. We
could
could make that happen. We can make it like a fundraiser or something.
We can get something going on, even some type of show, just about that. So you think you can do it?
So you think you're better than Cade York?
Let's see what we got. Everybody likes to talk and talk and talk. Let's see them put their money where their mouth is. It'll be fun times.
Oh, they're going to put Klaus and run back deep to receive here.
We've already seen a kick return here tonight.
That's what I was just about to say. Runback's already taken one back.
You guys got a minute to better start thinking about your player of the game. Because this one's going to be hard. We might need longer than the duration of this game to figure out who is the player of the game.
I don't know. 4 passing touchdowns is kind of a big deal. Just saying. Especially in a game that I don't think he threw more than 12 passes.
Well, wasn't he 9 of 11 at
He was 8 of 10, 8 of 10 at half. Kickoff.
Look at that weird bounce.
Fielded at the 10-yard line, and Runback's just going to take a knee at the 13.
I mean, that's a pretty smart play, honestly.
Yeah.
What does he got? What does he got to gain out of taking that and taking the lick out
right.
from returning that one?
Exactly. And the Senecas are going to move on to 4-0.
One Tiffin team will.
That's right.
As Calvert really took care of business here at home tonight against a Raiders team that had a chip on its shoulder coming in after getting pants 1 year ago, and the more things change, the more they stay the same. As Calvert once again dispatching this team in similar fashion, 52-13, 55-14 was that score 1 year ago. But
that's the final play of the ball game. Final score 52-13. Tiffin Calvert Senecas moving on to 4-0 on the season. This is a huge start for this team. Have we ever covered them when they started out 4-0?
I don't know.
Because they always play some tough non-conference teams.
Usually so tough that starting out 4-0 is a pretty big deal.
All right, folks, that's the final. 52-13 is your final score. We're going to step aside, take a quick timeout. But when we come back, we'll have the post-game show brought to you by Your Legacy Federal Credit Union. And we'll have our player of the game brought to you by Little Hugo's. That's all coming to you next right here on the Pulse of the Buckeye State, heart of Ohio sports.
Keep it locked in. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
Legacy Federal Credit Union, your premier financial institution in Seneca County since 1952. Your community, your legacy. Federally insured NCUA.
You're locked into the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. Heart of Ohio Sports. Keep it locked in. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
At Heart of Ohio Sports, it's obvious. The first thing that comes to mind is sports. But we do a lot more than just cover live sporting events.
Go, go, go!
When we want to watch our highlights from last night's game, there's only one place we go. Heart of Ohio Sports.
Little Hugo's is Tiffin's longest-running ice cream store, in operation since 1949. A local family-owned business, you know them because of those famous shredded chicken sandwiches and their delicious fresh lemon slushes. Stop by today and take advantage of their convenient drive-thru, where you're sure to find something for the whole family to enjoy at Little Hugo's on West Market Street in Tiffin. It's time for high school football on Heart of Ohio Sports.
All right, and we're back here at Frost County Stadium. We're up here in the press box. Nate Mullins, Tommy Hall, and Greg Kinn chilling with you up here as we have Eric Hall and Austin Rodriguez down on the sidelines. Zach Blythe running the overhead cam tonight, doing a great job for us. Thanks again for tuning in here on Heart of Ohio Sports. We are live with the postgame show as Tiffin Calvert dispatches Lakota 52-13. Postgame show brought to you by Your Legacy Federal Credit Union. What a big-time performance by this Tiffin Calvert Seneca squad. As really, I mean, they put it away in the first half. 45-10 was your score at halftime. They came out and took a kickoff back for a touchdown. And after that, they said, we'll call off the dogs now. The big-time win for Calvert. They move on to 4-0. And next Saturday, big matchup with Gibsonburg right here at Frost County Stadium. You're going to talk about getting the monkey off the back. This 4-0 start will be meaningless if they can't pick up that win next week. Now, I'm not saying it's meaningless, but I'm saying it's not going to mean as much.
Yeah, you had a big test in Norwalk, St. Paul. Those tests do not stop as you get into the thick of your schedule. You still got to get past Hopewell out, and you still got to get past the Gibsonburgs. And if you're able to get quality wins, especially here down the stretch, those computer points add up, and they put you in a lot better situation, especially when it comes to your regional seeding. And I think Tiffin Calvert right now, this is about one of the most polished Steve Reeser units that I've seen probably in my over a decade of covering Tiffin Calvert. So I'm excited to see what this squad in particular can do, especially with a lot of the senior leaderships and senior campaign that's going on with this squad, to where, again, we talk about leadership. We talk about guys stepping up, and when you have a team like this that depends on a lot of your bigs, a lot of your big talents, like a guy like Harry Schultz in his senior campaign, a guy like Billy Klaus in their senior campaign, Rombach, a lot of these guys, this is it. This is the last run, and you're gonna go in there guns a-blazing each and every week, and I think we saw that on display here as Calvert, very meticulous, very methodical in their approach tonight, controlled every phase of the game to the point where, again, you lit up the scoreboard with a lot of points here tonight, but also you didn't take any unnecessary chances. You were able to execute consistently for a full 48 minutes.
Speaking of scoreboard, that one looks really nice right now. Wow.
Oh, yeah. Columbian game on the big screen.
Camera guy, can we get a shot of the scoreboard outside here?
That, Tom.
I want to show everybody what we're talking about here.
Whose production's that up there on the screen?
There we go.
A Heart of Ohio Sports action coming at you.
Inception.
Oh, look at that. Gameception.
Gameception.
The game in the game.
Thanks for that, Zach.
As you can see, our First National Bank of Sycamore scoreboard.
Columbian getting Lakota right now.
They are. Yeah, it's a rough start for the tornado. A rough game for the Tornadoes there in Columbus. I think they just picked up a turnover there. Did they pick up a turnover on that punt return? Oh, we have our player of the game here.
Yeah,
so let's.
Is the door locked? I think it's maybe.
Oh, is it locked? All right, I guess it is locked.
That might be the problem here. They don't want just anybody walking in the press box. I mean, they let me in here, but I'm like royalty around here. So.
All right, so.
Yeah, you're definitely a royal pain in the. Hey, our player of the game.
There we go.
So again, tonight, 52-13, your final.
Got you lined
as
up here.
our Tiffin Calvert dispatches a rival in the Lakota Raiders once again, and right now we're going to turn it over to our Little Hugo's player of the game, a man that needs no introduction, the Magic Man himself, young Harrison Schultz. How you doing, pal?
Good. How are you?
Doing all right.
Good to see you, man.
Good to see you.
What a game. What a ball game. I mean, what was the mentality coming into tonight? You guys hung 50 on them last year. You hung 50 on them again this year. What is it about this Lakota Raiders team that has you guys licking your chops every year?
I mean, it's a SBC rival. We know they want to come into town and beat us, so we just kind of have that mentality all week. Just like, they'll be ready to play, and we got to come out and punch them in the mouth first. So.
Yeah, and that's exactly what happened. You guys got off to a really quick start. You never looked back. What was the energy like on that sideline, man? I mean, you guys getting up big, but then as the game goes on, how did you maintain that energy with such a big lead?
Just keep it going because we know they want to fight back, and honestly, just being there for our teammates. I mean, there was flags, but I mean, we know we got to just push through that. And I don't know. I mean, it was just everybody's making plays, and just the defense, offense. It was just a great experience out there.
Now coming into tonight again, you know, you don't wake up and become 3-0 on accident.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, you had a lot of pressure riding on this one because, again, you can only handle what's in front of you. With that being said, the execution here tonight was one thing that I really noticed here is there was no wasted motion. By design, were you guys running a particular script or game plan that you were going to where, hey, this is working for us, why shy away? Because I believe at the half you were about 8 of 10 on your completions and having a couple tutties there. But, you know, coming out, you guys, again, continued to pour it on in the second half. So, yeah, again, my question, what goes through your head as a player where you guys are executing, but you really don't need to do as much as you're able to be successful in the passing game, able to keep it balanced with the run. You guys just trust in the playbook, or how do you work through that?
We kind of want to just pound the zone with the offensive line. I mean, they struggled tonight, but I mean, credit to Lakota. I mean, they were working hard up their front, and I know our lines. They were just gosh dang, their tails are just working hard, and we just want to run the ball, but we also can throw a little bit, so it's just a little bit of everything.
Yeah, you guys.
Thank you.
I'm losing my voice. Sorry.
No, it's good, man. You guys are hyped out there.
You go out there, you call in a full 48 minutes in the huddle, trying to get you guys on. Trust me, man. We can't appreciate enough you taking a little bit of time out of your big win here tonight to join us, and Nate has something for you for your efforts here.
Player of the Game Award brought to you by Little Hugo's. So what's your go-to when you go to Little Hugo's?
Oreo flurry, whiped cream, no cherry.
Oh, nice. Whipped cream, no cherry. Got the order down.
Yeah, for sure. Everywhere I go, that's what I get. It's just,
that's awesome.
I've done ever since I was young. So
nice. Well, that is my go-to as well. Oreo flurry, always go-to for sure. You got any shout-outs? You want to give any shout-outs out there?
Shout out Coach Hick. We're all praying for you. And just Coach Hick and my teammates, my family, and just Seneca Nation.
There you go. All right. Thanks again, Harrison. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Congratulations. What a great game. 9 of 11, 152 yards, and 4 touchdowns through the air. Outstanding performance today by this Tiffin Calvert Seneca squad. All right, folks. I think that's going to do it for us tonight. Once again, your final score, 52-13. Tiffin Calvert moves to 4-0. What was that?
It's a young Harrison Schultz reaching those Tommy numbers.
I want to take a moment and thank our sponsors once again for allowing us to be here, and then we'll wrap things up here at Frost County Stadium. Once again, thank you to Xcaret Mexican Restaurant, Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, Buckeye IT Services, Hope in Fostoria, First National Bank of Sycamore, UIS Insurance and Investments, Steinmetz Signs and Graphic Inc., Lee's Floor Covering, Little Hugo's, 5-Star Maintenance, DAH Wraps, Klaus Electric, Carmi's Barbecue and Grill, Fiesel's Frame and Collision, Circle H Tire, and Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery, all proud sponsors with us here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Once again, final score, 52-13. Tiffin Calvert moves to 4-0 as they face the Gibsonburg Golden Bears that next Saturday right here at Frost Cow Stadium. We'll be here on the call with you. Thanks again for tuning in. Make sure you tune in for the Coach's Corner this Tuesday right here on Heart of Ohio Sports, live from Benchwarmers. That's going to do it.